the radio if you feel it. We gon' talk, we gon' laugh and hear music. Whatever you gon' need for your amusement. Home of the arm lights, telling the world we're tight. Tune in on Tuesday nights, and we gon' get it right. I'm blazing topics that get you rockin', and with our ghetto catered news ain't no stopping.
It's your boy Uncle Luck. I'm from Lafayette, Louisiana, and I'm rocking with Yielded on the FIYAH Show, baby. Oh, yeah.
Ooh, wait, it's your boy, Lee to the Rod. What up, everybody? And I'm rocking worldwide with my girl Yielded. She keep bringing that blaze to the FIYAH Show. Ooh, wee. So y'all keep it funky, keep it peaceful, keep that love, and Yielded, you keep bringing that fire, lady. Ooh.
I'm Sean Lee House from Kansas City, rocking with Yielded on the FIYAH Show.
Hello there, this is your head Deacon Tuesday from Charlotte, Louisiana, and I'm rocking with you on the FIYAH Show. Now you know, let's go!
What's up, it's your boy, comedian Cousin Al from Houston, Texas, and I'm rocking with my girl Yielded on the FIYAH Show. Every Tuesday from 4 to 7.
This is Naisha Miller from Seattle, Washington, and I'm rocking with Yielded on the FIYAH Show.
What up, world? It's your boy Januel coming out that Hugh Tex, that H-Time, and I'm rocking with my girl Yielded and that FIYAH Show all the time. That's right.
Hey, yo, Antoine Hilton from Long Island, New York, and I'm rocking with my main girl Yielded on the FIYAH Show.
Yo, what's going on? What's going on? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? What's up? How y'all doing today? This is your guy. This is your guy, my guy, your guy, everybody's guy. This is Lorenzo that's in the building today. Home of the own lights. Give the world what they like. Blazing. And with the dedicated news. Sing again. One more time. Yes, we are here. We're in the building. This is Tuesday, which we come and we blaze you every Tuesday. We are the FIYAH Show, where we bring the heat to the word of the street. Every Tuesday from 4 to 7 Central Standard Time, 5 to 8 Eastern Standard Time, and 2 to 5 Pacific Standard Time. We have a good show for you guys today. I know you see the topic. It says DV. Let's talk. Anybody know what DV means? If you know what DV means, put it in the comment field, and we're going to take it from there, and I'm going to let you know eventually what DV means. Because we all know what's going on this particular month. If you think about the month, you know what DV means. And we're going to talk about the DV that was going on in this world. Also, let's give a prayers and everything that is to Jamaica. They got hit by a hurricane category 5. Let's pray that everything works out over there. To my last knowledge, it's supposed to hit the north side, and it's not supposed to go towards the Kingston side. But you know, the eye is hitting one area, but you know the wingspan of the hurricane is huge. So they're supposed to be getting like 40 inches of rain. And if anybody ever been to Jamaica, you know they got some hills and valleys and everything. It's a beautiful country, but hopefully everybody is safe over there. So let's just throw some prayers over there to Jamaica. I'm just happy, you know, hopefully they said, I'm happy that they're saying that it's supposed to fly through real quickly. So I'm hoping that it does and don't linger. That was the last update that I had. If anybody got any updates about Jamaica, please, you know, put in the comment field, let us know what's going on over there in Jamaica. But yeah, pray for Jamaica. It's just like you just don't know. That reminds me of New York when we had Hurricane Sandy. It tore us up for like 3 to 4 weeks. Some people didn't have lights or anything for more than a month. We was having a lot of outages. But what happened is that they learned how to deal with it. The grids was literally on the ground. That's what I found out. So when they on the ground and that water came, it shorted out everything. So everybody was short. Everybody was running on generators. There was telephone poles that hit down. Electric wiring was down. It was bad. So I understand and I get it. Like I just want Jamaica to be fine. I got people that's out in Jamaica. The thing is, the two artists that were supposed to be the artists last week and this week were supposed to be here, but they are in Jamaica. And all this stuff was going on since last week, and they was preparing. So we're gonna have to reschedule them. So I pray that they are all right. That's Minister Nicolette Brown Lee, and also Sister Prudent. They're going to be here. We're going to reschedule them. There was going to be the artists that we was going to be highlighting, but they are in Jamaica. They're Jamaican artists. So let's just pray that everything be all right with them over there. All right. Okay, guys. This is the FIYAH Show. I'm your host. We're gonna have, I think we have another host. We're gonna have our big host come on. We're gonna have a good interview today. You do not want to miss it. It's called DV Let's Talk. DV, are you with me? No. Anyway, anybody know what DV means? Put it in the comment field, and we'll say. So so we're gonna let you know what the DV means. I'm praying for them. Thank you, Nay. We are definitely praying for them over there in Jamaica. I mean, I know that you know someone from the church have family there in Jamaica, so we just want to make sure that everything is going good. If anybody got any updates, please let us know. Please let us know on the FIYAH Show. But what we're gonna do right now, it is 7 minutes after the hour. You know, I don't want to be off a schedule. So let's get on schedule. And this is right now. Let's go to the national holidays with Lorenzo. Yes, national holidays with Lorenzo. That's me. That's me. All day. That's me. That's me. That's me. Anyway, and we're gonna have a little cap off of the Spin Awards where we were out there this past weekend. It was great. I enjoyed myself over at the Spin Awards. They did a phenomenal job. I know you guys want to know if we won any Spin Awards, if we bring some Spin Awards back home. At this time, no. But guess what? I was top 5 in 3 categories. I was top 5 in 3 categories. Next year, we're going to bring a lot of more home. We're definitely going to bring a lot of more home next year. Trust and believe, we're going to bring a lot of more home. Anointed Radio Network was nominated, I think, for twice or 3 times as well. So we're going to make sure that we have everything next year. It's their 10th anniversary. We're going to do it up, and we're going to bring about 10 of them home. Let's go hard. But anyway, today is our national holidays, and we're going to talk about our national holidays. I see I got a guest in the background. They look real bright and light, like they're ready to go and start talking about it, but we're going to bring them in right now. We're going to talk about DV. We're going to talk about BC. We're going to talk about LMNOP, QXZ, and all that good stuff. We're going to talk a whole lot today. We're going to talk about POP, CORN. We're going to talk about it all. If you can follow what I'm saying, put that down. You ain't supposed to be eating that stuff in the background. Anyway, today's national holidays is Chucks and Pearls. Chucks and Pearls. Anybody know what that means? Chucks and Pearls? Hey, SISTER. Do you know what Chucks and Pearls are? Today is National Chucks and Pearls Day. Anybody know what it is? Sending prayers and knowing that God is in control. Exactly. Indeed. Chucks and Pearls is National Chuck and Pearls Day. Chuck Taylors is what we're talking about. Surely a Chuck girl. Okay. All right, that's what we're saying. Surely is a Chuck girl. Anyway, the Chucks are Chuck Taylors. They're like Converse sneakers. And then you have your pearls. So those, people out there that rocking them pearls with the Chucks, them Chuck Taylors, today is your day to do what you have to do. Also, today is International Animation Day. International Animation Day. So all those people that's out there doing the animation, congratulations. They are pretty good. Hey, cuz. Hey, Jay in the building. Miss you, girl. My back got small, so guess what you're gonna have to do? That's a chef, y'all. Y'all want to get her? Go to Jay's Kitchen. I'm telling you, y'all gotta go and get this girl. If y'all in New York area and y'all want to book somebody that could cook and that could throw down in the kitchen, book her. Jay, put it in the comments. Put your page in the comments of where they can reach you at. Thank you, Jay, because I know I'm hungry. My back is getting smaller, so we got to make sure. Miss you, Renzo. What's going on, E? What's happening, E? I got to get your number. I'm gonna get your number, I guess, from Miss Gilda. I gotta talk to you. I got somebody I want to bring on your show. All right. So everybody, we ain't gonna talk about this other girl that's popped up there. We're gonna leave her for the background. Anyway, okay, our Instagram page, y'all. If y'all want to get some good food, is Instagram page is Jay's Kitchen. Get it, lock it in. It's Jay's Kitchen. When I say go to her page and look at all that food that she be making, it's gonna make your mouth water, and you're gonna just sit there and be like, oh my god. No, ain't no thank God he's making my back smaller. You got to make it bigger. Stop playing. Anyway, won't he do it? Anyway, today's okay. Now let's go to the next national holiday. It's National First Responders Day. So all my first responders, today's your day. Go out there, get yourself a cup of coffee. Go out there, get yourself some good lunch, get some good feeds. Do what it is that you have to do. We have these nurses out here, EMTs, anybody that's out there in the street that's trying to just make life continue to go on. Today's your day. National First Responder Day. National Immigrant Day. So all my immigrants that came over, I think we all are immigrants over here. Only people that was really here was the ones that were here before us. The minions that was here before us. We all have just been brought over here. We've been bamboozled. We've been... Let me stop. I'm just going to be nice today. But yeah, all the immigrants that came over here and doing a great job. We appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for coming over here legally. Not the illegals, but the legal ones that's coming in. We appreciate you for following the rules and regulations that's supposed to be happening. So we're glad you are here. Next is the National Plush Animal Lovers Day. Plush Animal Lovers Day. For those that like plush animals, I mean, those are some, I know women love it, especially around Valentine's Day. They get them plush animals, plush teddy bears, plush dogs, the big giant ones that they get now with the little heart in the middle of their chest. Yeah, today's your day. So if you got them, I mean, back in the days, what I used to get a little teddy bear, and I spray my cologne on it, and I just wrap it in the bag, and then put it in the other bag. So when they open it up, they smell me on the teddy bear. And, I'm just throwing a little bit out here for you guys up here, just do what you got to do. Anyway, today is also Wild Foods Day. Wild Foods Day. Anybody out there eating some wild food? Let me know. I don't know if they're doing it or not, but anyway. Hold on. What is Ms. Yoda saying? You know how I love my Jay. You know how I love my real fur babies, not a plush animal. We know what. You know what? I'm not even going to talk about Jay and her fur babies. She loves her fur babies. Love them. Them dogs. Whoo, they treat it better than the humans. They get better food. They get better bathe. Their haircuts. They get walked. They spoiled. She spoiled them dogs. They got clothes. Anyway. They get dressed up. They get everything, man. And look. Come look at this. And when you put them costumes on, send me a picture so I can post it on here. She said, I got them Halloween costumes too. You know what? And she got them Christmas costumes. She got them Easter costumes. She got them. Anyway, we're going to move on. I digress. But today's is a great holiday. I need everybody to pay attention about today's holiday. I saved this for last. Today is National Chocolate Day. Thank you tomorrow. Thank you later. Go get your chocolates. White chocolate, dark chocolate, brown chocolate, whatever color, orange chocolate, whatever color chocolate that y'all want. Today is National Chocolate Day. Some people like Hershey's. Some people like Kisses, Reese's Pieces. Anything that got chocolate in it, enjoy. Three Musketeers, Snickers. Man, listen. Indulge yourself today. And the dentist will thank you tomorrow because you about to put their child through college. But anyway, yes, chocolate. Exactly. Get some chocolate. It's gonna be good for your soul. They say chocolate and coffee is the best thing. But for those that don't understand, you get the chocolate, the real chocolate. It can't be that, that instantly melted up chocolate. Get that thick chocolate and you put it down in your thing, and then with the coffee, and man, it's so good. It's so good. I'm just saying. That's just how I do it. Hold on. Woo. Exactly. Michelle Hall, how you doing? Woo. National Chocolate Day. Thank you. It's National Chocolate Day. Oh, hey Savage, what's going on? Thank you for joining us today. That's to all my new people that's coming in. Thank you so much. We appreciate y'all all day, every day. I don't eat that. I'm not even gonna say nothing. Anyway, whatever. People here in the South are always trying to get me to eat squirrel, deer, bear. Not gonna do it, but I just finished a Butterfinger. First of all, if they got you eating squirrel and deer, I ain't gonna lie, venison is good, but I ain't gonna say, but squirrel and bear, first of all, Cindy, who's out there hunting a bear? Who's out there hunting a bear down so y'all can have bear meat? Who's doing that? A grizzly? Like what kind of, a cub? What bear y'all attacking out there? Exactly. Gummy bears. Gummy bears. That's what you gotta eat. I love you too. Evangelist Savage. I love you too. Okay, so now, guys, that is our national holidays. Guess what? It's time. Somebody was talking about me last week because I didn't have a voice last week, and I couldn't bring my sports last week. So this week, I'm bringing up my sports. Why? Because I have a voice this week. And this person right here, I need y'all to all say boo to Sean Lee from Kansas City. Say boo, Sean Lee from Kansas City. Y'all can put that in the comment field. Boo, Sean Lee from Kansas City under the Chiefs. Who cares about them Chiefs? I don't care. Yeah. There you go. Yeah, I was talking about you. Yeah, now I'm here. Now what you gonna say? Anyway, let's do my football sports right now. We're gonna go over the scores that happened from Thursday to Monday, and then we're gonna talk about next week's. All right. So listen. The Minnesota Vikings lost against the Chargers, 10-37. They got whipped out by 27 points. I don't know what's going on with the Vikings. Also, the Dolphins had 34 against the Falcons, had 10. Another over 20-point score. The Bills had 40. So y'all North Carolinians that's tuning in right now, that like them Panthers, they had 9. So I'm sorry to say, y'all got beat. The Bears had 16 against the Ravens, who had 30. The 49ers got beat by the Texans. Unbelievable. The Texans had 26. Who knew that the Texans will beat the 49ers? I didn't. It was a surprise and a shock for all of us. Anyway, the Giants lost 20 points against the Eagles, which had 38. The Jets squeaked out a win, 39 against the Bengals, who had 38. The Browns lost against the Pats, 13-32. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers had 23. The Saints had 3. The Titans had 14, and the Colts had 38. The Packers had 35, and the Steelers had 25. The Chiefs, Kansas City Chiefs, had 28, and the Commanders had 7. And the Broncos put a big whipping beat down on my Dallas Cowboys, 44-24. See, if we lose, I'm gonna talk about it. See, this is what happened. We started the game out great. Defense got an interception. They ran, and once I saw that they could not cross that goal line, they had to kick a field goal. I was like, man, it's gonna be a rough game, and we're going against. Man, listen, the coach over there is a good coach. I ain't gonna lie, it's a good coach. But anyway, I digress. We lost by 20 points. We won last week by 22 points and lost this week by 20 points. Now let's go to my predictions for next week. Hold on, let me look at these comments right here. Look at it. Look, go up. Look down. That's my boy Darrell. Jets, go. Yeah, yeah, whatever. They go. Look. Well, I'm an Eagle. Okay, go Eagle fan, people. You don't come on here with that Eagle mess. Nah, he ain't say Eagles. He said Jets. He ain't an Eagle fan. Trust me. He could tell you about the Jets from Super Bowl 1. And they only won. And I mean, we understand what you're saying. Anyway, leave that Jet mess near about gave me a rash. Oh, Lord. Anyway, we're going to move on to my picks of this coming week with my football predictions. We have the Ravens going against the Miami Dolphins. I'm choosing the Ravens. Y'all can write this down. And next week, come here and y'all can see if I was right, if I was wrong. These are my predictions. The Bears versus the Bengals. I choose the Bengals. Our Minnesota Vikings versus the Detroit Lions. I'm going for the Lions. Our Panthers versus the Packers. I'm going for the Packers. Our Chargers versus the Titans. I'm choosing the Chargers. Our Falcons versus the Patriots. I'm going for the team I don't really like too much. It's the Patriots. Our 49ers versus the Giants. Now, hopefully the Giants, because they lost last week, they beat the 49ers. The 49ers also lost last week. So that's going to be a good game. The Giants could do it, and I need them to do it because every time we get to the playoffs, we got to play the 49ers, and somehow Dallas cannot get past the 49ers. So we need to get them knocked out early. I'm just saying. Next is the Colts versus the Steelers. I'm going for the Colts. Broncos versus the Texans. Y'all know I don't like the Texans, so I'm going for the Broncos. The Jaguars versus the Raiders. The Raiders been having the worst season, so I'm going for the Jaguars. The Saints versus the Rams. I love the Saints, but I got to go for the Rams. The Chiefs versus the Bills. Y'all already know. I don't like the Kansas City Chiefs, so I'm going for the Buffalo Bills. Seahawks versus Commanders. Commanders ain't doing so well, so I got to go for the Seahawks. And Arizona Cardinals versus the Dallas Cowboys, which is a Monday night game. The world will be watching this game, and I guarantee Dallas Cowboys will win Monday night game. I'm just saying. Look, listen, Eric, listen, E. Y'all go check out Big E. He gonna be, I think, something I saw on your page, bro. Like you moving to Saturdays or you still gonna be Thursdays? Let me know. He said the Saints my team, bro. We done this year. Facts is facts. Yeah. I don't know what happened. Trust and believe. The Saints, I predicted the Saints back after Katrina was going to come that second year and win the Super Bowl, and they won the Super Bowl. I'm just saying. I'm not saying I'm that guy, but I'm that guy. But anyway, those are my predictions for next week. Write them down if you didn't. If you didn't write them down, I'm sorry. You can't judge me if I change them up next week. But no, I'm gonna keep it. I wrote it down. I told you who I got, and let's see what happens next week after the games, after Monday night. If y'all don't see me here Tuesday, that means Dallas lost, and I'm crying somewhere because that means we ain't doing nothing this year. Matter of fact, we really not doing anything this year because we don't have a defense. We do not have a defense at all. Don't know. And if somebody come in here, okay. This is what I'm talking about. All right, still Thursday, syndicated on Saturdays on DR Global Radio Network out of Chattanooga, Tennessee. Okay, Chattanooga. All right. I have never been to Chattanooga, but I think I'm gonna go there and have a good time over there, and we're gonna rock and roll. And here comes Miss Janice, last name Harris, talking all over mess. We don't want to hear about no Cowboys, please. First of all, I gave you props, Miss Janice. I said the Titans did a good job this week. They won. They beat the 49ers. I gave them their credit. Now, I can take that credit back if you want me to. I'm just saying, I can take it back. But, Oh, look. Well, I'll be host. You know what, Miss Janice? Guess what? If the Dallas Cowboys lose, you better contact Yielded and get on here because I'm not coming. I'm just saying, unless they tell me to come. Thank you, Miss Kamisha. She said, watch your mouth, Miss Janice. Come on now. Woo! It's the room for you with the Eagles. Y'all, these Eagles. Why? Let me tell you about the Eagles. Last year, phenomenal. Y'all got the guy that was doing a great job over there for the Giants, Barkley. Soon as he came over to the Eagles, y'all were unstoppable. Unstoppable. So I'm like, oh, wait a minute, hold on, really? Oh, that's cousin. Kamisha, what's up, cousin? What's up, cousin? How you doing? Thank you for joining, man. I ain't seen you up here in a minute. Now, I'm not gonna talk about you today, but I'll talk about you another time. Thank you. Hey, cousin. Okay, I'm gonna talk about you another time. I ain't gonna talk about you right now. Not on the air. I don't want to get on you, cousin, but it's okay. I'm glad that you here and be here next week too. Anyway, Jerry Jones is a huge part of the cow. Why y'all keep calling them cowgirls? Listen. Anyway, I'm going to move on. I have a beautiful guest that we're going to have that's in the background. They were eating all the popcorn. I told them to put the popcorn down. They were eating all the snacks. I thought they had a butterscotch in their mouth, because they old. So, old people always eating butterscotch and all that good stuff. So I thought they was a little older than what I thought. But did anybody know what DV means? DV. Let's talk. I asked that early. I'm gonna give y'all opportunity to put it into the chat. Chat. Put it in the chat. Let me know what DV to you what it means. Let me know. But right now, we're gonna have to bring the dedicated news. Y'all already know what the dedicated news is about. That's with our cousin Al. The news, he gives it out great, but he gives it in a getaway. But before we bring cousin Al with the dedicated news, allow me to bring my guests in. Y'all ready for my guest? Say yeah. Y'all ready for my guest? Say yeah. Oh, see, okay. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, my guest for this show, DV, are you with me? Miss Yielded.
Good after morning. Good after morning. You didn't even let the saints say yeah, nothing. You didn't even let me say yeah. I was still eating tater chip.
Look, they said yeah. There go. Cindy said yeah. Said yeah. He laughing at me.
I was still eating tater chip.
Look. You was still that was tater chip? I thought you eating popcorn.
Nah, that was crackers.
See, they all say yeah. They know.
What up, Big E? What's happening, Big E? I sure missed you out there in them Atlanta streets this weekend.
Oh man, we would have.
I was supposed to call you. I forgot. I was busy eating.
Hey, Lisa. That's the
Lisa Bellamy Fluker is in the building, baby. If you've not heard the pipes that's on that sister, I don't know what you've been listening to. The foolery. We're gonna get her back on here because she got some new music. So she'll be back on here in a little while, shortly thereafter, a minute. Exactly. But Lorenzo, you was talking about some VD. What you was talking about?
I said B. I said DV. Miss y'all all good.
Oh, DV. Because when you said VD, I was thinking, the nurse in me was thinking.
You reversed the letters.
Yeah. I hear dyslexic and I see cross-sided. So I just was confused.
DV. D as in Daryl. V as in Victor. Yes, I'm asking everything. Woo! Okay. You, I think, need the dedicated news. I really believe you need the dedicated news right now to bring you in. To bring Woosah. Happy fingers. There you go. Spirit hands. See, we got another person that said, yeah.
That's my mama daughter.
We know. SIC, y'all.
Mm-hmm. I called my mama daughter last night. She was so asleep. She told me,
Oh, really?
She gave me a credit card number, though. I don't know if she know that.
Send it to me.
I used it already.
Oh.
She gonna stop answering that phone while she sleep. I said, sister, I need to borrow some money. She said, I said, can I have your credit card? She said, I said, what's the number? And she just started giving me numbers. It worked.
It worked?
It might be her husband's. Who knows?
Oh. Anyway.
Ain't my fault. Did I do that? It ain't my fault. So listen, it's 4:32. I heard you say it's time for the dedicated news.
Yes, don't be coming over here trying to act like you running the show. I'm running the show today, not you. Sit back there as a guest. You was a guest today. And they were doing this, the snappy finger thing or whatever they do.
Clock it.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, clock over there. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, we're about to bring in the hardest working man in show business. He's going to be bringing you the dedicated news. The news is ghetto, as we say, but no, it's not ghetto. It's the real news. It's the news that you see on the street or the man down the block. It's that news. So hold on, before I even bring him in, let me bring you about his commercial, so you will know what he's talking about, when he's talking about. And this is because I didn't even do commercials today. But listen to the guy.
What's up, family? It's your boy, Cousin Al, reminding you to keep it locked right here on the FIYAH Show. I'm coming with your dedicated news, the top 3 news stories of the week, the news you can use. It may come from CNN or the crackhead down the street, but I guarantee you don't want to miss this. Keep your eyes open and your ears clean. You know what I mean?
You know what I mean? And this is that time that we're going to bring the dedicated news with our news anchor, the man, 50 grand, with potato salad in his hand, Cousin Al.
What's up? It's your boy, Cousin Al, right here on the FIYAH Show, which is dedicated. Look, y'all, look it. We just need to say on the fire. Let's change the show name to the fire, because I think that's what's going on. I think the 666 is marching down. Well, we know what a 666 is. We ain't gonna say no names, but something is going on. I mean, everybody going crazy. The crackheads and went crazier.
My eyes, I can smoke crack for hours, even in the shower. Watch me the fire. Build me a tower. I can smoke crack for hours and hours.
Is It's your
the
dedicated
fuck?
news, your top 3 news stories of the week. Roll my little intro. It's the dedicated news, y'all. Ooh, ow, ow. All right. Let's jump right into it. Number 3, 'tis the season to start pranking folks, right? Y'all know every time it's around Halloween, Thanksgiving, they start these pranks and these challenges. Well, this new one has gotten some people kicked out the house. You know what I'm saying? They've gotten people like, unhoused. And what it is they waiting to the person or the loved one, mama, dad, his sister, brother, somebody go to sleep. And they put on this surround sound of gunshots so that you think it's a shootout. And they watch and record your reaction. Let's check out this video.
You stupid. That is so not funny. That is so not funny, Eric.
I'm a little concerned how she eased out the bed mid-sleep. Like she done been through some things. She's been through some valleys. She's been through some lows, so very low. She's had some hard times. You can tell she's lived through the ghetto. She's been where Santa don't come, right? But I think those people who did that probably won't have anywhere to stay by tomorrow at noon, because I think if I tried that at my house, it'd be a problem. And if y'all children tried this, in the comments, put unhouse them or I'ma laugh and forgive. I really want to know, would you laugh and forgive or we go unhouse? What we gonna do? Because from what I read, statistics are saying that
What would Janice do?
about 13 people have been kicked out of their homes. Of course, these are like college students and grown folk. I don't guess they kicking the teenagers out, but about 13 people, they say, have been kicked out of their house because of this prank. So be careful in these hood streets.
That's dumb.
Speaking of hood streets, number two, the church, the hoodest of them all. Y'all know everybody has been pretty much doing boots on the ground since Martin Luther King left Earth. And now it's translating over. It has translated over into the church. Carnival and got tired of them on the cruise, so they started doing it in the church now. The church house is boots on the ground, and it's breast cancer awareness. So of course, we celebrate in different ways. Well, this one church congregation did a version of boots on the ground. Let's check it out and judge not.
I can't.
Okay. If God can get glory out of a donkey, surely he can get glory out of donkeys. I don't know.
Did he
come from amongst them? I don't know what scripture to give y'all. It was creative, we will say that, but sometimes creative and ghetto become synonymous. It means they mean the same thing. That like a synonym, it means the same thing. So our word of the week is synonymous. So a lot of times
don't give him no word.
Dedication and the creativation becomes synonymous, and it just bridge over. And it just sync together, and it just mix together like gumbo. But I don't know what to think. I don't know. Maybe I should live stream the whole service. But Shamika Latte from Instagram said that this was a presentation from a specific ministry and that the church was involved, and even the babies were shouting and excited about it. So, you know, like the old folks used to say, what they used to say back in the day, if it's good for the goose, it's good for your grandma, or whatever, however it goes. So we just let it ride, and can we please, this song, Lord have mercy, Jesus Christ, right now. Can we just do Father Abraham again? I mean, that was a little bit more, at least we were talking about people that was in the Bible. But all glory be to God. All glory be to God for what he is doing. All right. And the number one news story of the week, speaking of what God is doing, we told y'all last week that Pastor, Bishop, Evangelologian Marvin Winans, he had, you know, the viral video that went out because he was asking for a certain amount of money and did not get a certain amount of money from the person that was there. And she said that she was not rebuked, as in people thought. She was corrected, she said, because she didn't have the right amount of money. Supposedly it was one, like I told y'all, they have the gold line, the silver line, and the boo-boo green line. They got all these different lines where, you know, you stand in and you say, I'm giving this much. Well, he said everybody was going to give. He was going to start at, I guess, $2,000, $1,200, or whatever the case might have been. And he was going to work his way all the way down to where I was sitting with the $1.05. So I guess you just had to wait your turn. By the day, they ought to be finished, right? Come back this week, this past Sunday, and he had a testimony of people who gave because they felt he was wrongly accused. Now, we said what he said wasn't wrong. We didn't say that he was wrong for saying it. It was the way it was said, and it was to us, to the get-a-caters. It just felt as if it was a way to do it. And, you know, you have to realize if you are a live stream church, you got to have live stream etiquette, right? That's all we were saying. But peoples say, you know, we want to donate, we want to give. And the pastor came back this past Sunday and reported his vindication and the people who helped vindicate. Yeah. Let me get your Bibles close to you, please.
The devil went crazy. Folks started calling up from other states saying, I got to give on this. Well, maybe I'll tell you now, since y'all happy enough, that since it broke out Monday, we have received, one person called and he said, tell my name. He said, because I know God is in this. Tyler Perry said $100,000. Pastor Bishop Patrick Wilton, he said, I'm sowing and I have +1. So he and his son-in-law sent $2,000. We have received, I'll get all that over. But why don't you give God praise, folks? What the devil meant for evil, God turn it around.
All right. I don't want to cut off your praise break, but get your Bibles and go with me to Matthew 6:1. Matthew 6:1. And it says, watch out. Don't do your good deeds publicly, Tyler Perry, to be admired by others, for you will lose your reward from your Father which is in heaven. The Amplified Bible say, shut up. Don't nobody want to hear what you did, how you did it, how much you did it. Do it in private, write the check, and let God do the rest. Now you made God mad. Now he's getting hot in the room because y'all finna make God mad. Y'all finna make him just say, forget it, he ain't coming back. That's what he finna do. Acting a fool in his church, just making a mockery. But anyway, Here's my question.
Did he say
how
God
much of
ain't
that money is going to the people on furlough? Since we got hundreds of thousands, we ain't got to rebuild no church. We got to keep people in their house. So that's my question. How much money you furloughing to the furloughers? All right. It's been your boy Cousin Al with your dedicated news. Back to y'all in the. Send it. Y'all look at. How can I stream? When they start singing Fantasia at funerals.
Though an army may encamp against me, my heart shall not fear. Though war may rise against me, in this will I be confident. One thing I have desired of the Lord, that will I seek, that I may dwell in the house of the Lord all the days of my life.
I don't know what to say. Lorenzo, close your mouth. Close your mouth. Why is Fantasia being sung at the funerals?
But they said, when I see you.
No. These films, let me tell you this. Now, if any of y'all are around when the Lord called my name, do not, I repeat, first of all, I don't want no funeral. But second of all, if in the event that my mama daughter decides she won't have one, do not let them do none of this dumb stuff. I don't want nobody crowning me. I don't want y'all. My lighting is not good and it's giving me the heebie-jeebies. But
no, cousin Al's gonna crown you.
No, he's not. I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna unalive him. I'm gonna crown is going.
You gonna take him to the team?
Listen, I'm gonna swat that crown so far out of his hands. He ain't gonna have no hands.
Oh my!
But yeah, I don't. Yeah, Miss Janice, don't sing that. Just stop.
Yo,
it's some things we're not doing in this season. We're not. We're not doing this.
I'm sitting there, I'm listening, and I'm like, okay. And then they said it's at a funeral procession. So they're walking out, talking about when I see you. Who?
I don't like it.
First of all, his knees on the ground.
Where your faith at?
What? Okay.
So I get the churches being innovative and doing things that would gain the attention of, maybe the unbelievers, but we're going too far. We're going too far. We're doing way yonder too much, and ain't none of it got no biblical foundation. And I'm with Al. The Lord might just decide He's not coming back for y'all because y'all got too many spots and too many wrinkles. I just can't. I just can't understand what this is and why this is. What's up, Joe Rad Holmes? How are you? Bless his name. But I just need to know about all of these trending funeral things. They're going way too far from the man sitting on side of the bed, the crowning. Now they singing Fantasia. This is just getting to be too much in 2025.
Listen, if I'm being, first of all, Al has been putting up something from a funeral. The lady fell in front of the hearse, passed out in front of the hearse. Then the other week you had the hearse on a track running and beating the people that was running. And talking about, oh yeah, he won the race. He didn't win that race. First of all, that's not the race I'm running for. The race I'm running for is the race to get up into glory. I don't care.
Yeah, that's what he had won too. We hope
that's what she was talking about, because the way she was saying it, like, I saw him run. I said, bless your heart, sister. You ain't see no leg. Look, his boots wasn't on the ground.
His faith wasn't either. Knees wasn't either. Listen, y'all, we got some folk out here that's saying hello in the choir, saying, hey, Tenzi, Raquel, Denise, Blankenship, Curry. Whew, Jesus. There's too many names and all kinds of stuff. I think the only letter is missing out of that is a F. That's why I named her Tanzif. She got every letter in the alphabet in her name. So her new name is Tanzif. Tanzif. Tanzif.
Tansy.
Because all of the other letters is already being used. Tansy, Raquel, Denise, Blankenship, Curry. The only letter that's not in there is a F.
Oh, wait, hold up. She related to Steph?
Or chicken or somebody. Curry
Steph
chicken.
Curry?
Curry chicken.
Anyway.
Curry.
Shout
out to, let me tell y'all something.
Let's talk about this guy.
Let's talk just for a few minutes. See, the Lord gave him a time to sit down to perfect his craft. He was able to lie down in the hospital for quite a few days, and he don't have to sing the song where help him find my drawers no more, because we saw them. They was all splattered out on the freeway. And secondly, God gave him an opportunity to get in there and perfect his gift, because he has now become a radio announcer. And he had buttons that was connected to pumps of medication, and he was pushing them, and they was allowing him to operate in his radio anointing. Let me tell you something. If I tell y'all, if Hawk had stayed another day in them people's hospital and sent me another video, I was going to report him and have him committed, because clearly he was not well. Oh. But thank God he's home now, y'all. For those that don't know, Hawk is one of the comedians that we hang out with, and he laid his bike down, his motorcycle, a couple weeks ago, and he's been in the hospital ever since. He had a nice case of road rash. And
no, road ash, because his legs was ashy.
I don't know if he came there that ashy or if that.
No, he can't. No, he ain't put no lotion on his legs. Because that part didn't hit the cement.
Listen, y'all, he had on his pants looked like they had been ripped all the way up. He looked like a genie in a bottle. You know how them genies, their pants only be closed at the ankle and at the hip. That's how his pants was. They had them bust loose, y'all. He was out there. Oh, he was out there.
He was really out there.
Yes. But look, y'all, I think we got a lot of good folk in here.
What's up, Antoine Hilton? My guy.
I was going to say hi to my own brother.
Well, listen, that's my brother.
Hi, brother. Anyways, what's up, Lady Rain? Lady Rain was out there racking up with them awards this weekend, y'all, at the Spin Awards. But Lorenzo, you got a nice group of people in here, and I think you might need to jump on into your conversation and all that good jazz, or maybe go to commercial and introduce. I don't know what we're
gonna do.
I follow directions.
What we're gonna do right now, guys, before we go into take a didactic look into what DV is, because you guys did not even put what DV is. It says DV. Let's talk. I'm gonna take a didactic commercial break, and we're gonna be back to take a didactic indulgence in DV and BC. So if you know what DV and BC means, please put that in the comment field. Come on, my fire nights, and we're going to take a didactic stroll down the lanes right after these wonderful, fine commercials. You know I got to put this one on first. Peace.
Ooh, it's the Fire Show, hosted by you. Turn up the radio if you feel it. We gon' talk, we gon' laugh and hear music. Whatever you gon' need for your amusement. Home of the likes, telling the world we're tight. Tune in on Tuesday nights, and we gon' get it right. Hot blazing topics that get you rockin'. And with our ghetto Katie news, ain't no stopping.
Hey there, there, travelers. You going somewhere? Need a hotel? Then call Hotel Wiz anytime, day or night, for rates too low to publish. You can save up to 75% on over 500,000 hotels across the globe and get our best price guarantee with no booking or cancellation fees ever. We've got some of the lowest hotel prices you'll find in New York, Chicago, Las Vegas, San Francisco, Washington, D.C., and a lot more. Don't waste your time surfing for deals. Make a free call right now and find deals too low to publish. Save up to 75% right now with no cancellation fees. And to make it even easier on you, we're here 24/7 to help. So call right now. Bookmark us in your cell phone. Whatever you need to do, just pick up the phone and call this number for hotel deals that'll knock your socks off.
Call 877-801-8832. That's 877-801-8832. Again, that's 877-801-8832.
The abuse of opioids and heroin is killing people. Recover Now is a new national movement to help you curb your addiction. You can get help now, right now, and you can get clean in as little as 7 to 30 days. So don't wait. Change your life. Call the number on your screen right now. We can help. You could have a brand new life in as little as 7 to 30 days. You can change your life. Call the number on your screen right now.
Do you ever sit and think, I don't like it? This is an opportunity for you to share on this segment of I don't like it.
I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it.
Today we're comparing blue pills, the name brand, with our generic little blue pill.
Okay, so what's the difference?
The name brand pills have the brand name from a large pharmaceutical company engraved on each pill.
What does that do?
It makes them cost a lot more. Both pills have the same active ingredient, which allows you to be, well, more active.
Don't pay more for the name, pay less for the pill. Get our generic blue pill for as little as $2 each. Call right now for yours.
Nope, it ain't hosted by Yield. It is hosted by me, Lorenzo, your guy, everybody's guy. Y'all see me here, y'all see me there, you see me everywhere. I'm just in these streets blazing it hot because we are the Fire Show, where we bring the heat to the word of the street. We are here each and every Tuesday from 4 to 7 Central Standard Time, from 5 to 8 Eastern Standard Time, and from 2 to 5 Pacific Standard Time. We are from the East Coast to the West Coast, from the North Side to the South Side. I know y'all like that. Yeah, I blended that right in. That right there, the song that you're hearing, if y'all wanna, anyway, I ain't gonna plug that right there. I'm just gonna let that go. But anyway, we're about to take a didactic look into what DB is. Let's see, I asked you guys what DB is. Some people said what it was, and some people said it wasn't it. And somebody said they are out of their pills. So you could go and you can order your blue pill, Miss Janice, last name Harris. I left the number up there. I hope you wrote the number down. You probably had it from before. But go ahead and get yourself a pack of blue pills. I don't know what you need them for, but I'm just going to let that go. I'm just going to be nice. Like you said, nice, nice, nice. Exactly. So what we're going to do, we're about to bring our guests back in. Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to really take a serious, sometimes people don't like to be too serious when they talking about certain things and certain issues. So what we're going to do, we're going to try to keep the person in a didactic state of mind so they can give you our didactic employment of what's going on. And then when they didacticate and then dedicate, and then anyway, let me bring my guest back in. I'm here talking too much, y'all. But here we go, right here. DV, domestic violence and breast cancer awareness. This is what we're gonna talk about. What's up, Miss Shielded? How are you doing today?
Fantastic.
Yes, fantastic.
Yeah, you say you want me to be serious, so I gotta answer questions and cut it off.
No, you ain't gonna do that today. Not today. Oh, look. Oh, Alicia, there you go. It's the Fire Show with Yielded.
What's up, Lady Rain?
Lady
Love
Rain.
you back.
Look. It's the Fire Show with Yielded. What about me? Like, I ain't even here today. I'm just gonna just mind my own business, Lady Rain. But anyway, love you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Okay, let's take a deep dive into what we're gonna talk about. The first thing we're gonna talk about is breast cancer awareness. Guys, this is that month. It's almost the end of the month, but each year you have to take the time and you have to do what you have to do for yourself. Ladies out here in this world, listen to what I'm saying. It is October. We remember those who fought and won, those who are still fighting, those who fought till the end, and those who are yet to fight. This is our Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Now we're gonna have a discussion about that right now. Now, Miss Yielded, I understand that you had breast cancer, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, more than one time. Am I correct?
I had breast cancer once. It was right after I had my oldest son, who is, how old is that child? 27. So, of course, you know, your body goes through a lot of changes during pregnancy, and of course, certainly after pregnancy. And of course, you know, I was, look, so let's start the story in the hospital. I attempted, because I was told that I needed to utilize the enormous breasts that I had and to nourish my child.
Okay. Enormous breasts mean what?
I had big boobs. I was busted. I was gifted. I'm talking like a size H. And I was being convinced that if I, you know, breastfed, that of course my child would be well nourished, but it would also help my body to rejuvenate really quickly, which is scientific, as well as probably help reduce the ginormous H size breast that I had. And so we attempted to breastfeed in the hospital, and the baby was only 7 pounds and 9 ounces. And let's just say that there was more breast than baby. And so we were trying to breastfeed the baby, and I'm being serious, and trying to breastfeed the baby, and the baby was gasping. So that didn't really work. It only worked when the nurse came in and helped, you know, position the baby and the breast. You know, it's a whole technique when you're breastfeeding. But nonetheless, that didn't work in the hospital. And so when I got home, yes, a size H, Miss Janice, don't come for me. They be talking about A, B, and C cups. I was an H plate.
Stay right here. Take a didactic look into the camera.
So anyways, I'm in the camera. Don't do me. I know how to get in the camera. But anyways, got home, was still trying to breastfeed, wasn't working. And so my breast became engorged. So ladies, y'all know what that means. If you had a baby and you're not able to get rid of the breast milk, you're not able to get it out, all of that, the breasts become engorged. So they just full of milk and it won't come out. And so, you know, I'm doing all of this stuff, even putting cabbage in my brassiere and doing all of these old wise tales that the people would say that, yes.
You what? You putting what?
Cabbage leaves.
What was that supposed to do?
So supposedly help with the engorgement, to help release some of the milk.
Did it work?
It was an old wives' tale, but needless to say, I had a whole plate of cabbage in my brassiere and was trying to get that down. But in the interim of putting the compresses, warm compresses, towels, all of these things, I began to realize that my breasts were really lumpy. And I mean lumpy. And so, of course, the body goes through a lot of trauma during childbirth, a lot of changes, a lot of this and that. So now we get past, you know, maybe 3, 4 months, maybe 6 months, and my breasts are still very lumpy on the left side. And there was this one particular lump that did not feel like the rest of the lump. And so me being me, I just kept touching it on random missed days. I just feel it and touch it and touch it and feel it. And even, you know, when I shower, which is where Miss Janice says cabbage work, where I had learned to do self-breast examination. And so now my body's kind of coming back around, getting back to its norm. But this one particular lump still had some lumps, but this one particular lump was still feeling very, very oxygen. And going back to the doctor for my checkups. Oh, your body is just going through changes. Oh, your mammary glands are just reconstructing. You didn't breastfeed, and so those mammary glands are still enlarged, still in trying to produce milk, and just body adjustment. But needless to say, this one particular lump did not dissolve, did not go down as the rest of them started to decrease in size, but they all felt different even when they were bigger. But I was persistent about this long and kept talking about it, kept talking about it. Was talking to my husband at the time, and I was like, feel it. And of course, I don't know why me and so foolish. I don't want to feel it. I don't want to touch it. I don't. I'm like, but help me understand what I'm feeling. Do you feel? But needless to say, was very persistent and decided that I was gonna go apart from my OB/GYN and go to another doctor and have them take a look at it. And so he was like, "Oh, your breasts are really large, and because your breasts are large and are pendulous, for those of you that know what a pendulum is, that's the little thing that swings on the clock. And so that is a term that they use in medicine, pendulous, for things that are enormous and that kind of dangle. And so he said, because your breasts are pendulous, I believe that you have stretched and thrown a clot. But needless to say, I was not satisfied with that response or that answer. And so I reached out to a doctor that I had previously worked with and told him, hey, something wrong with my breast. I don't like how it feels. How old is the baby? And I think Kobe had maybe made one by this time. But I was persistent and kept going and kept going and kept talking about it, and insisted that they do take a didactic look at this. And it wasn't until I mentioned that my maternal aunt had been diagnosed with breast cancer that they actually heard me. And it had been some time, in between here and there that she had been diagnosed, but they heard me at that point because I'm 21, 22 years old. Nah, you too young. Women your age don't get breast cancer, blah, 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 this, that, the other. And so delete that. Yeah, somebody's spamming. But I decided that I really needed to do something different. And so when I mentioned that my maternal aunt had breast cancer, they said anybody in the family had breast cancer. I said, yeah. But it wasn't until I said my maternal aunt, which is my mama's sister, which, the scientific method basically says that it's going to come on the maternal side, et cetera, et cetera. And so because I mentioned that my maternal aunt had breast cancer, they then began to take me serious. And then the doctor that I used to work for was my friend, and he was like, I'm going to send you in for a invasive mammogram. It's not going to be the traditional. At this point, I never even had a mammogram because I hadn't reached the age that I was supposed to have a mammogram, or even the age that the insurance would cover a mammogram. And so I went in for this special diagnostic mammogram, only to discover that the lump was there. And they was like, okay, yeah, this doesn't look good. And so based on the radiologist review, they didn't even need to do a biopsy, which is where they kind of insert a needle in and draw out. He was convinced that this was cancer. And so now we're here with this diagnosis of cancer pending. And it's like, okay, well, we're going to go ahead and take this out and reduce your breast for you anyways, because your breasts are ginormous and you need to get this out. And so now here I am, 21, going on 22, contemplating whether or not we need to have a total bilateral mastectomy. Because if it was a particular type of cancer, they wanted to take both of the breasts. And I'm like, what 22-year-old don't have no tatas? And so it's like, well, we need to find out as much information as we can to make sure it's this or that or the other. What about your family members? And this is why it's important, y'all. I know a lot of times we go to the doctor and we don't want to share our family history. The person that's got the diagnosis don't want to tell the family, don't want to share the family and all of that. And here I was facing a bilateral mastectomy, having both of my breasts removed because I didn't have family history. I didn't have family information. And so it is important. And I remember having a conversation. You kind of got to know my aunt, but I remember having a conversation with her and I was like, well, what kind of cancer did they say it was? What did they tell you? What? And she says, well, can they just treat you?
So, okay, hold on. Give me 1 second. I know where we at right now, right? But right here,
yes.
this drew my attention. Glad you persisted. They always want to overlook us women with our
Yes.
symptoms. Now, the thing is, I heard that a lot. And okay,
We're getting
I
a
heard
lot
that.
of spam. We're getting a lot
Yeah,
of
I
spam.
don't know what's going on with all that. So what it is that because they overlook us, like, and I'm just gonna put it out there, us black people. So, what did you feel at that moment? Like, did you feel like you was overlooked?
I felt like I'm not gonna say overlooked. I'm gonna say I don't know if I even thought overlooked. I think they just didn't think statistically, scientifically that I could have cancer because of my age, because of, oh, you just had a baby, your body's still adjusting, all of these things that were just scientific as opposed to me knowing my body. And so maybe here at 2025, maybe I could look back and say I was overlooked, but I personally never looked at it that way. I just knew what I knew and knew that I needed to move on it at that point.
And I'm
So,
sure Lee said I have dense breast tissue, so I have to do the extra screening too. So
yes.
does that because you have dense breast tissue,
Mhm.
even though you had an H, it was still dense. Now explain that to the viewers.
So I didn't have dents, she had dents. But
Oh,
dents
okay.
is basically, and it's kind of hard to explain. The way the tissue forms together is what causes like the density of it. So yeah. Somebody spam it. Just keep deleting it's fine. But yeah, so I had a huge lump underneath. And I'm gonna let you ask questions because I'll talk.
Mm-hmm. Okay, now let's get back. Let's get back into what you were saying about. So you went. They was gonna give you a mastectomy, a full mastectomy,
Bilateral, both.
bilateral, which that
Because if it was a particular type of cancer, then they said that it would spread rapidly. And the particular type of cancer I had was IDC, which is invasive ductal carcinoma. It actually starts in the milk glands. And so it can actually spread relatively quickly as well. And thanks be to God that I was able to go in and actually have the lump removed, and there was no signs of cancer after that. So I had the lump removed, had a little bit of lymph node tissue removed under the armpit area just because of the location of the lump. And it was like, okay, well, if this is connected, this is touching. And I just want to keep it simple in layman's terms so that people understand. For a lot of y'all that may not know, I am actually a nurse. And so I'm trying to use my words correctly and use layman's terms as opposed to using medical terms so that we all understand. But not to say y'all don't know, but just, I could be saying stuff and things. And so they did a lumpectomy and then again removed some of those lymph nodes in the area right under the armpit just to prevent the possibility of anything spreading. And the lump was so massive. Now I'm sitting lopsided. One breast is way out here and the other breast is out here. And so it was like, what are we gonna do with this? This ain't cute. This ain't attractive, And so I ended up getting a bilateral mammioplasty, which is the reduction on both sides. And it was such an extensive surgery because of the size of my breast. My breast had to be fully reconstructed. And so, and when I say fully reconstructed, my incision goes down straight down my chest like this, and it anchors around back into my armpits, and they had to remove that much tissue from my breast to even out where they had removed the lump. And because my breasts were so massive prior to, they had to remove the this is hilarious. They had to remove the areola. So for those of you that may or may not know what the areola is, that is the darker part of the breast. They had to cut it off, and I'm being very graphic and visual because I want people to understand and know how invasive this was. They took the entire areola off and cut it off and trimmed it down. Because had they left it the size that it was, then my whole breast would have been areola. So they trimmed all of that down and sewed it back on. And they also, when they sewed off or took off the areola, they also cut off the nipple, and it all had to be sewn back on and patched back together. So we bind this terror destroyer, loose him. Satan, loose your hoe. And so, yeah. So it was major reconstruction, and you never think about things such as that. I had walked around so long with enormous breasts that my posture was off. So after having this reconstructive surgery, y'all, now here's the funny part, right? So I woke up and I was like, well, they was like, well, how far do you want to go down? I'm like, well, take it all the way down. Even go down lower than this left one over here. Take it all the way down. Y'all, I woke up and I looked like somebody's pre-puberty little boy. My chest was flat as a wall and looked like it had 2 cloves of garlic sitting there. And I later discovered that they had taken, just imagine a Hershey's Kiss, and sewn my nipple inside the Hershey's Kiss. So there was a gauze that was sewn to my chest. And you can open it up and my nipple is in there.
Okay.
But my chest was flat as a wall. And so I was like, is this what we did? We just got these little kisses. That's all the tata we got left. I didn't really want to go down that far. But they basically told me that the breast tissue will begin to develop and form and shape and all of that good stuff. And so but the point that I was making was, you don't realize when you've walked around for, oh, by the way, I lost 18 pounds in 4 hours. 18 pounds of tata. But yeah, so you don't realize your posture and all of those things that are affected by excessive breast tissue, excessive weight, whatever that's misproportion, you don't realize. So I ended up having to do physical therapy to learn to re-walk straight or proper again. I had to learn how to lift my arms. I had to do a lot of therapy to lift my arms because I could not lift my arms to comb my hair. I could barely lift my arms to brush my teeth. It was very extensive as far as in the therapy.
Amen. That's what's going. Wow. Woo, girl. That's a lot.
Yes, it was a lot. And I was a new mom, getting ready to start nursing school. I was a wife, and it was a lot. It was a lot. Somebody said, what did that do to my confidence?
Confidence, yeah.
In the beginning, Sean, it was very emotional because I was used to carrying all of this chest, and now I got these little cloves of garlic, little knots on here, and no real breast tissue. Me being me, I was walking around showing them to everybody. I was flashing everybody. Y'all want to see? Look, this is what they did. They cut me this, and that. Help me pull my shirt up. And I was showing because I was proud that I ain't have all these big old breasts anymore, because I was the girl that used to wear 2 and 3 bras at a time to keep my breasts in place and all of that kind of stuff. But now I was proud that they were smaller, but being 21 and not as in tune with God as I am at this point in time, I should have been showing them for, yes, they were cloves of garlic. Should have been more inclined to show them in praising God for what I had really gone through. So my confidence went up, down, and around. It was just it was a roller coaster of emotions.
Okay.
So yes. I see y'all over here. Please ask these questions. The one thing that I want to make sure is that the story is not about me, but the story is about breast cancer awareness. And I know a lot of y'all gonna take this as a personal story because y'all kind of like me a little bit, but I want to make sure that we get the message, because at the end of the day, like Lady Rain said earlier, had I not been persistent, I would not have found out as early as I did. And IDC, or invasive ductal carcinoma, is a rapid spreading type of cancer. And yeah, and I'm grateful to God that even after that surgery, I did not have to have any chemo. I did not have to have any radiation. I did not have to have any hormone therapy. I did not have to have anything. And it's by the grace of God that was my story. And for a lot of you that know me know that occasionally I donate my hair. I cut my hair off and I donate my hair because I'm kind of nappy headed, but I kind of like my hair. But being able to not have lost my hair was huge for me. And Lorenzo, you did mention this is breast cancer awareness, but I did also have an ovarian cyst that was malignant, and so that was the second cancer. And in neither bout of cancer did I lose hair, did I none of that. And so that is why I donate my hair. Oh no, you wasn't flashing, girl. You was confident. Yes, I was. I think in my own sort of way, I was praising God.
Wait, that kind of took me off a little bit. You was literally walking around just showing people.
Yeah.
Bless your heart.
Okay. I was just lifting them up and showing them because it was fantastic for me, first of all, to not to have those big busts. It was really fantastic to me that, like, in the corner of in the middle of my chest, you never think about your tatas having corners. But if y'all know anything about a quilt, because they had done such extensive work, they had to form it. So they took the tissue in the middle and ruched. That's a word I taught you this weekend, Lorenzo, when I was talking about my jacket, was ruched. That's that little gathering, So they had ruched.
Ruched.
They had ruched the corners of my breast so it looked like a quilt corner. And
like a who?
The corner of a quilt.
Oh, I didn't. I didn't know what you said. I was like, what you just said?
A quilt corner.
A quilt. Okay.
And so, yeah, I was fascinated. I was like, look, they got little strings, and there were like sutures that were hanging out at the end that they eventually pulled it out. Stitches. They eventually pulled it out, but it was almost like I had two little bows right in the corner of the quilts. Yeah, which would make up my cleavage.
So they didn't do the dissolving, the ones that dissolve?
So I had some internally that dissolved, but because of the way the reconstruction was, it was on the outside as well.
Okay.
Ooh. Yeah, so I had quilt corners. But when they went and took the gauze off, that was funny. Yeah, and I actually shifted my graft in the middle of the night. So yeah, so I messed it up.
What is a graft?
So remember I told you they had sewn my areolas and my nipples back on? So that's a skin graft. They had grafted it back on. And so over in the middle of the night, it caught a pain, and I grabbed it, and so it smushed it down a little bit. So instead of it looking like this, it now looked like this.
Miss Sean Lee says, what advice would you give someone struggling to be heard by the doctor?
The one thing that I would say to anybody that feels that they're being unheard by their doctor is to educate themselves. And when I say educate yourself, know what it is that you're talking about. And when you go in and talk to your doctor, share with them with intellect, and don't go in and be ignorant, because if you're ignorant, they're going, oh, well, you ain't listening. Well, they're not going to listen to you. And if you're not heard by that doctor, find another doctor. Another doctor will listen. Another doctor will hear you eventually. But educate yourself. And I'm not talking about this ignorant stuff. Oh, I'm not taking these pills because these pills, I don't know what's in these pills. That's ignorant.
Yeah, being as though you had this is from Cindy. Being as though you had it twice. Do you have a fear of having it again? Sort of PSD type of feeling.
I won't say that I have a fear. A part of me, because there was in some of my treatment and in some of my counseling sessions and all of that, there was talk or discussion of having some additional testing, some additional BRCA testing to tell about the genetic forms of the disease. And I personally did not choose to do that because I did not want to know. But fear, I don't think. So, Cindy, I'm kind of tough, Tonka tough. So I don't really get scared of a whole lot of stuff. So no, fear is not something that I don't think I have fear.
Girl, you was doing too much. She only said that. RJ! Girl, I can't take this.
Yeah. So I had a whole pep talk with Lorenzo. I was like, you're gonna have to come on with it now. Don't get too squeamish with me and feel like you don't want to ask these questions. But yes. So no, I don't really fear it. And being where I am in my faith, I know that unfortunately sometimes I'm gonna be the main character of a story. But at the end of the day, the story ain't for me. So it don't always feel good to be the main character of the story. It doesn't always feel good to be in that spot. But the one thing I do know is that we are overcomers by the blood of the Lamb and the words of our tough testimony. And so somebody on here today needs to hear this. And we're going to get into the DV part of my story a little bit later. So don't go nowhere. Oh, I ain't supposed to say that. That's you.
Yeah, that's yes. We're about to take a didactic look into the DV portion of Miss Yilda's life. But before we do that, we're going to have to take a quick commercial break. And if you have any questions when we come back, hold up, you go to Cookie for Show. Oh, Miss Janice, last name Harris gave you a compliment. Yeah, she's a tough cookie for show. Finally, thank you, Miss Janice, last name Harris.
And sometimes life experiences, and a lot of you have no idea. These are the breast cancer. The next conversation are probably the rosy parts of my life. So, yeah. You don't know my story.
RJ, you are correct. She is the guest, not the host today. Okay. Just sometimes we got to keep reminding her. So
I was trying to sing my song. Yeah. You can't feel my pain. What I had to go through to get here. You'll never understand my praise. So don't try to don't try to figure it out.
RJ, we need you to come back and sing that song for her, please.
No. That song is from my heart, and I don't need no vocals. That is my testimony. You don't know my story. You don't know my pain. You don't know what I had to go through to get here, to be yielded, to do this. But my worship is for real.
There you go. My worship is for real.
So for sure.
And what we're going to do is take a quick commercial break because I see it in your eyes. So we're going to take a quick commercial break and we'll be right back after these.
RJ said you can't take nothing.
We'll be right back.
Greece is cheap,
but the airfare costs a fortune.
Paris?
Not much closer, and again, airfare...
What about Puerto Vallarta?
Let's face it, flying anywhere is just too expensive.
Wait, what's this? low-cost airlines.
With one call to low-cost airlines, you'll drastically slash your travel costs. We're talking insanely low airline prices to any of your favorite destinations. Where would you like to go? London, Rome, Costa Rica, Australia?
Wow, that's cheap.
So why wait? Call now to learn how crazy cheap it is to fly anywhere in the U.S. or international. Our prices are so low, we can't publish them. The only way to get them is to call to instantly hear the most amazing best deals on airline travel. It's that easy. So call now and start packing.
Call 855-325-1768. That's 855-325-1768. 855-325-1768. That's 855-325-1768.
Here's an important message from the U.S. Med Diabetes Solution Center. If you have diabetes, you know the pain of pricking your fingers. But now, by wearing a small device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you can reduce your pain right away. It's easy to use and helps you make more accurate diabetes treatment decisions. So call us right now to see if you qualify for a CGM at little or no cost. U.S. Med. Better service. Better care.
Listen, if we even think you owe us money, you won't know what hit you. We'll put liens on everything you own. Raid your bank accounts, retirement fund, pension. You'll open up your paycheck and cry because we'll already have the money. We'll haul you into federal court and you might even go to jail. Hey, it's our job.
Don't fight the IRS alone. The Tax Doctor is here to help you negotiate your tax bill and reduce your stress. Our experts will fight for you using IRS guidelines to stop any IRS actions like bank levies or wage garnishments. Plus, eliminate penalties and interest and reduce your past tax bill so you pay the IRS less. Help is here to deal with the IRS to reduce your stress. If you owe $10,000 or more in back taxes, do not call the IRS alone. Call a tax doctor now for a tax emergency analysis.
I'd have my mom call the number on the screen. You come see me alone. We'll work it out. Really, we will.
Ooh, it's the Fire Show, hosted by Guilty. Turn up the radio if you feel it. We gon' talk, we gon' laugh and hear music. Whatever you gon' need for your amusement. Home of the lights, telling the world we're tight. Tune in on Tuesday nights, and we gon' get it right. Hot blazing topics that get you rockin'. And with our ghetto the news ain't no stopping.
We are back. We are back. The Fire Show, where we blaze the street each and every Tuesday from 4 to 7 Central Standard Time, 5 to 8 Eastern Standard Time, and 2 to 5 Pacific Standard Time. We're the Fire Show. We bring the heat to the word on the street. We're back here, and we are still having a great conversation with normally your host, but she is our guest today, and I'm going to bring her back in. Miss Yilda, come back in here. What are you doing? What are you doing right now? Come in here. What you doing? Hey, yeah. Welcome back, Miss Yilda. How are you?
I'm great. I'm great. Look, listen, let me just let y'all know. I'm sitting in front of air condition, but I had to turn the air condition off because I didn't want the sound to feed through. So if my cheeks get flushed, maybe about to cry too, but it's because it's hot in this church. So if y'all see me doing this, it's cause I'm fanning with the paper thing. So yeah, anyway, but yeah, I'm sorry. I just had to let people know.
Exactly. Somebody said, cue the choir. I've been through too much not to worship.
I've been through too much not to worship him. Yeah. That was my song. They was letting me finish my song because you cut it off.
I didn't cut it off. And they said, we love you, Miss Yilda. That's from Dr. Lamb.
Love you back, Felicia.
And Antoine Hill throw his hands up.
Hi, brother.
Mm-hmm. And Miss Janice got a long thing here. Said,
she been typing that since the show started.
I know. And she finally put it up. Says, God definitely have us to go through things for a reason. It is maybe for someone else, no matter what his reason is. he still needs to be reminded to trust him with all our heart and lean not to our own understanding. And
You better take your text, woman of God.
Always acknowledge him. She went to church on Sunday.
You better take your text, woman of God. She was wrecked.
She was wrecked.
She was wrecked.
But ladies and gentlemen, we're about to take a little turn. Right now, we were talking about our BC was talking about breast cancer awareness, and she gave you a didactic look into her life and what she had to go through with her breast cancer and what she had to go through to from an H to a whatever she's at now. And then
so I don't have a size because the reconstructing was difficult, and so I don't have a size. They just like there. And push-up bras, let me just tell you, they not my friend. If I try to push up, they fall from underneath because they sewn like right here. So ain't no lift. They're just right there.
Blessing assurance. Amen. Amen. Now we're gonna move on to the DV portion of the Let's Talk. DV means domestic violence. Some people don't understand that it's also domestic violence fund. And with domestic violence, there's a lot of things that you actually have to go through. October is National Domestic Violence Awareness Month. And with domestic violence, there are different things. This is all abuse, name calling, verbal insult, hitting, intimidation, sexual assault, control of money, threatening legal action, threatening to take away children, threatening your loved ones, threatening your job, livelihood, threatening to leave you, extreme jealousy, controlling who you can see or speak to, destroying your property, gaslighting. It's still domestic violence. They don't have to hit you, choke you, or slam your head into a wall in order for it to be domestic violence. They can degrade you, humiliate you, blame you, scream at you, lie to you, cheat on you, and withhold finances, and even just try to control you. It is still domestic violence. It's just that simple. So what we're going to do, we're going to take a didactic look into domestic violence. Now, Ms. Shielded, we spoke, and you said that there are some things that you would like to just share with our community of people that our fire nights, as we call them, about domestic violence. What have you been through in your life?
I was trying to call my mama daughter because I think she left, and I think she need to get back on here right now. Okay, well, bye. I didn't see. She told me I'm on there. Well, bye. I want to say that domestic violence has been a part of my entire life, my whole life, from childhood all the way up until my parenthood. And I would say it's crazy. And I didn't even realize until probably yesterday when I decided we were going to have this real conversation. Didactic, always trying to use this word.
Leave me alone.
Don't sit in the quiet stand and chill out. But so my mother was a victim of domestic violence, who then began to abuse her children. Then even though I'm telling all the family business. You know, they always say whatever you see, people tend to become products of their environment. Well, my mother was a victim of domestic violence. My sister was a victim of domestic violence. And here's the twist. Y'all ready?
We ready.
I became an abuser as a result of living in that.
You became an abuser.
Yeah, I was not the victim. I was the what am I, the victor? I was not the victim. So let me just say this, and you don't think about these things until you begin to really talk about them. But my mom was probably one of the toughest people that I knew in the whole wide world. And I was just sharing this with my siblings the other day. The toughest person that I knew in the world just wussed out at the end. But my mom was probably one of the toughest people that I knew. But when she became in her drug addicted state, prior to us really even realizing that it was that, she was in a relationship with this gentleman that had been a part of our life like forever. And I remember very, very vividly one day that we were driving down the street and they got into an altercation, and I was I think all three of us, me, my brother, and my sister, were in the back seat. I can't remember now. Sister, were y'all in the car? I remember something. But anyways, I remember that, yeah, I think all three of us were in the back seat, and they got into an argument some kind of way. And he pushed my mom out of the car while I was moving. He was driving and my mom was on the passenger side, and he pushed her out of the car. And I don't even remember what happened after that, but I know he still came around and he was still her boyfriend and all of these things. But it was like, how did we move from the pavement to continuing a relationship? Because she was like out of the car on the ground, and it just kind of progressed on into that. And this is the same man who many years later stabbed my mama numerous amounts of times and left her for dead in the house. And the only way that anybody knew that she was stabbed is because she was able to crawl from inside the house to the back porch, and that's where they found her, on the back porch. And I think I may have been about 11 or 12 at that point in time. But my sister said, yeah, all three of us were in the car. But this is the same thing. And so the point that I want to make from that story, and then I'm going to move into other parts of, again, my whole life was full of domestic violence. From, him pushing her out of the car. And I may have remembered some smaller altercations in between there and then. They would fuss a lot and things of that nature. And let me tell y'all, they's talking about controlling the money. Let me tell you, he was like a booster. Y'all know what a booster is, Lorenzo?
Oh, yes, I do.
So he was the neighborhood booster. And so he would go take orders and steal people's stuff and bring their clothes and all of that stuff. He used to come to the house and untie the bottom of his pants legs, and steaks and hams and all kinds of stuff. And VCRs and all of that would fall out of the bottom of his
pants?
Yeah, he would wear like big coveralls, like Farmer Brown overalls. And he would put shoestrings at the bottom and tie them up. And he would just go and put all this stuff in there.
How did he get a VCR in his leg?
He just drop it down in there. Let me tell you something. I done been around some of the best boosters. Now we have to have a Boosters R Us story show for that. But anyways, you were talking about controlling the finances and all of that. And that's part of domestic violence. Well, my mama didn't necessarily have no job. And so he was the breadwinner or the meat stealer, whichever term you want to call it. And he would like control my mama with the stuff that he would bring for her, even so much so that he was the Grinch that stole Christmas. He literally stole the Christmas gifts, brought them to the house, and got mad at my mama and stole them back. And so he took all our Christmas presents.
Okay. He stole all the Christmas presents.
I'm talking about took my bike back and everything. Do you hear what I'm saying? Look, I done got red. He stole the presents and brought them to us and then stole them back. So that was a form of control, which was also a form of domestic violence. He would give her money or not give her money, depending on how she would act. What's up, Pastor Bailey? How are you, sir? So yeah, he took our Christmas presents back like the whole Grinch. I'm talking about took everything back. But look,
I'm done. So he.
This is so funny. Now, being a kid, imagine being a kid and you done opened all these presents and then got excited about all these presents. Now your mama and her boo done got into it and he done took them presents back. Now you ain't got nothing but the wrapping paper in the box that they came in. Do you hear me? I'd already wrecked that bike and broke the front reflector and everything. He took that sucker back. But
I'm done.
So that was that part of the domestic violence. And again, like they say, people tend to live in those cycles. Well, needless to say, my sister found herself in a couple of domestic violence relationships. And because I had watched my mother go through those things, and at one point I was living with my sister, and I had noticed that she had become a abuser herself. She was fighting her boyfriends that wasn't fighting her. And yeah, and for whatever reason, it seemed to me, now that I take a didactic look, hindsight is always 2020. I look back, the ones that she would fight were the ones that were not fighting her. And so she didn't know how to live in those calm situations. So she needed the chaos. So she would beat them up.
Just wait, hold on. SISTR. You just go in there and beat the. Hold on.
Don't talk to her about it. Just talk about it like she's not here.
Hold on.
But
hold on.
No, because she don't get mad. She don't get mad.
No, wait, look. Cindy said, my dad will come home drunk and just pick up and say things to my mom. My mom will get mad and beat him up. Now, I didn't know this. My dad was what was considered to be a foul-mouthed drinker. My mom finally got tired of beating him up. How you get tired of beating and made him leave for good? My mama got tired of beating him up. Cindy, we got to talk.
Cindy said this ain't open for discussion. This ain't no panel discussion. Pastor Bailey said my sister gonna beat me up. So my sister took on some of that stuff where she was used to the chaos and the normal life, just, free of chaos, she couldn't do. But it was almost like when she got somebody that would beat her up, she was content. Well, at one point when I got tired of my mama beating me up, I left out where she told me to get out. So I left from there and I went to go and live with my sister, only to discover she had this quarter, nickel, and dime that was beating her up. I was trying not to use the word I wanted to use. This Ninjago. Yeah, this Ninjago was beating her up. And so because he was beating her up, I was beating him up.
Wait.
Yeah.
Miss Janet says, I got out of my marriage quickly because I felt he was wanting to mentally abuse me, but I wouldn't have it. Glad I was in my 30s and had a little sense to realize to get out of it. Now let's get back to you. So yes. You wait a minute, hold on. I got questions here. Listen. You went to live with your sister.
Yes.
And found out a Ninjago was beating her up. But this was the same sister you said that was beating up people. So she got with somebody that was beating her up.
Yeah, and she seemed to be okay with him. It was like she loved him more than the one who wasn't beating her up.
And then you
then I started beating him up.
And you beating him up. And what was she doing?
What was she doing?
As you was beating him up, what was she doing?
Letting him beat her up.
Okay. Your Uncle Richard was a whole mess.
I went RJ. RJ said, you can't take nothing. You can't take this. This is too much. So one particular incident, she had had my nephew, and he was maybe 1 or right at 1. And she said, I'm not gonna get mad. I'm in a better place with all this. She crying. That's why she came tight. She crying, that's why. But he was trying to beat my sister up while she was holding the baby. And so we lived in an apartment complex, and she had ran down the stairs to get away from him, but she had the baby, and he caught her downstairs and started beating her up with he was a welder. He was beating her up with a welding helmet. And
that metal thing?
Yeah, with the shield, like Homer Simpson used to be wearing. Yeah. And he was hitting her with that, and she was laying on top of the baby, so he wouldn't hit the baby. Well, when you live in an apartment complex, you mop, and you take the mop, and where does it go? Outside on the rail. Where the mop was outside hanging on the rail, and I ran down them stairs, and I got that mop, and I must have commenced the wailing on him with that mop. You would have thought I was Donatello or the Ninja Turtles. I was.
Pastor Bailey?
Yes.
He said, I'm feeling abused from this life.
Yes. And so, and but that's not where my abuse ends.
Let's keep going.
So anyways,
you went to beat up. So okay, hold on. So you went and you left your mama house because she was beating you. So you said, I'm not gonna take this abuse. So I'm gonna go live with my sister. You found out that your sister was being abused and you beat up her dude. So from that point
a couple times.
Huh?
A couple times.
Okay, we don't have to. Okay.
And he pulled a gun on me. And I beat him and the gun up with a mop. Oh, God. All of this is so funny in 2025. I kid you no tale. It's funny.
Okay, let's move forward.
Move forward.
Miss Abuser. Okay. So from that point, you moved or got married?
Yeah. So yeah, all of this while I was in my teens. And so eventually, so he told her that I had to go. And so she told me I had to go. And so I went. And I got my own place. And so I was in my own place and still going to school, doing all of these good things and all of that good stuff and good jazz.
Wait,
but
how old were you at? Wait, you was in your own place.
I was now you're gonna open up the script part. No, I'm playing. But yeah, so anyways, let's fast forward because you're gonna get lost and it's 5:50. We gotta keep going. Go ahead. I get married for the second time. And
what happened the first time? Did you beat him
first? Maybe once or twice.
Go ahead. You married for the second time?
So in this marriage, I realized after this marriage that I had married my mother. There was the addiction of drugs. There was the mental abuse. There were all of these things. And when I say mental abuse, I'm talking about whenever he did something he wasn't supposed to. I was the fattest, ugliest, nastiest, that-ish person you could ever think of. And he would name call, he would insult, he would attack, tell me how useless I was, how nobody else wanted me, how nobody else would appreciate or love me better than him, and just all kinds of things. Who went to prison for assault charges? I forgot that part.
Okay.
Yeah. Right. But anyways, so he would use his words, and as he began to talk to me in a way, because if y'all have ever heard me tell stories about how my mama talked to me, I'm really not bothered how people talk, because my mama prepared me for the worst of the worst. Let me tell you something. My mama would get mad at me and call me everything but what she put on my birth certificate. Do you hear me? And none of it was good.
She called you a whole different name anyway.
RJ, you don't know my sister. RJ say Yolanda just crying. She is. That's why she can't type. So
she said she didn't put you out. She moved to El Paso.
Child, I had left before you and went to El Paso because that person said I had to go. So, hey, Mary. But so anyway,
did you flutter your eyes?
I did that for Mary. She know what that is. That's how that waitress did her when she asked for them napkins. That waitress is finna take Mary out. But anyways, so got into this second marriage, and that was where the mental abuse, the verbal abuse came in. And then not only are you verbally abusing me, you got nerve enough to be strung out on crack cocaine. So you a whole crackhead, and you gonna call somebody fat. Oh, okay. But and here's the thing: when I say that I became an abuser, it was almost like clockwork that I was gonna beat him up.
No,
it was because either he was gonna say something real mouthy, or he was gonna run off and go on a binge and use drugs. And whenever he would do either of the other, I would fight him. I mean, like beat him up, like for real.
So you say because of the abuse that you had to take at home, it became embedded in you, where you felt that I got to go out and I have to beat this person up.
Well, I don't think I thought of it that way. I just knew that you're not gonna call me all of these extra names that my mama didn't name me, and you're not gonna leave out of here on Wednesday going to get grits and come back on Monday with these grits like I'm gonna eat them like nothing happened.
Miss Cindy said, my dad once pulled a gun on my mom. You know what? Sometimes you be sitting there like, okay, I'm starting to learn some things today that I had no idea. My dad once pulled a gun on my mom. She got it from him, broke it, and commenced to beating him with it. My mom was about 120 pounds after having 7 kids at the time. But when I tell you she didn't play, and I am not playing. Listen, Auntie, she was small. I ain't know all this. Now I know. Ma, I gotta find out.
And see, it's those kinds of things, and I don't know necessarily that story, but these kind of things go and nobody talks about them, and because nobody talks about it, it just keeps on going and keeps on going. Like my aunt tells me stories now about my great uncle beating up my great grandmother and doing whatever, cussing everybody out, beating up everybody in the house, and then they just go to bed and wake up the next day like it never happened. Nobody talks about it. What? I'm gonna catch that sapsucker sleep, and we're gonna play some grip ball. Do you hear me?
See, that's the thing that would happen in the community back then, where it's like everything was like shh, 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 shh. Abuse, everything was just shh, 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 shh. Try to keep what don't say nothing, just keep it in the house and this and that. We'll deal with it and we'll work on it. And then it's like the effect that happens in your brain, you start thinking differently. Like how you was like, okay, I'm gonna go out of here, this household that I was abused in, and then I became the abuser. So that's what happens. It's like the abuse always somehow becomes the abuser, because now I can abuse somebody as I was being abused. But sometimes people,
but that wasn't my case. Some people just randomly beat people and this, that, and the other. That was my defense, because of course I was being attacked verbally, and then you out here doing this, that, and the other. So it wasn't like I'm just saying, oh, I'm gonna overpower somebody and beat them up. No, it wasn't that kind of. It wasn't.
Now, also what I was trying to say is like some people feel that's love. Some people feel if he don't beat me or if she don't, they don't love me. And then people take it from that aspect. My mama beat me, so now I'm gonna beat this person because I'm gonna show this person that I love them. My daddy beat me because they said that
it wasn't no love.
I'm not saying. Listen. We're not just talking about you. We're talking about
I get what you're saying, but I just want to clear the air. That wasn't no love. Every lick was I want to take you out. Every lick was I'm fixing to knock this crack out your system. Every lick was you gonna stop using them words in reference to me. Every one of them licks. And let me tell you something. My mama taught me how to, you know how them parents whip and they got a word for every lick. Oh, that's how I was for. And you gonna stop talking to me like out. Yeah, oh yeah, I was talking with every blow. Do you hear me? And let me tell you, I don't care. This, you know what an umbrella stroller is? You know that little skinny.
You know stroller? What? No, but yielded. Dr. Lamb said my dad was so mean to my mom. My mom was so scared of him. I guess that my daughter was beaten until we found out. Wow.
Whew. And again, it's these conversations that people don't talk about. People don't share these kinds of stories. And for years, you don't know that your uncle was over there cutting up and your auntie, 120 pounds, was beating him up.
Hawk said, I got arrested for DV in Washington State for walking away and knocking things over to block her from coming toward me after she was the one jumping in my face. Bro, let me tell you this. That is a true statement, because what they do when they pull up on you, you are the man. So as a man, they feel that you are the aggressor. So, and then you're bigger, so you're stronger. So they feel, oh, well, we're going to take you. Normally what they're supposed to do is take you away, say, you know what? let's just split you guys up. You go that way, she go that way. You're not supposed to be arrested, especially if you didn't put your hands or anything on the person. That's why a lot of people have video. They could pull their phone out and they video everything now. Hey, wait, hold up. No, see, I did not touch her. I did not, because it's you against the world, man.
That wasn't the story when the popos came to my house. They say, ma'am, if we come back, you going to jail.
We gonna get there. Right. Everything was a hush-hush back then. Exactly. Sometimes with those, it's based on who's have the most witnesses. Exactly. And he said the cop said they could have gave me a charge for every item I knocked over.
You knocked over a whole box of toothpicks. You got 275.
Exactly. You got 276 charges. But this is why men go the other way. Nowadays, men just like, you know what? I don't listen, because you can get wrapped up. And the only thing a woman has to say, he hit me. You going to jail. Because they believe in the woman over the man. And that it happens like that. It's starting to change a little bit now, but it happens like that. But let's talk about, you said you went to jail?
I didn't say that, but you want to pull that out, then pull it out.
You just said that. You said that the popo said, oh, if they came back to your house.
They said if they came back, you going to jail, because they knew I was the one knocking his head. He had them knots on his head like Martin did on that episode with.
Stop. Oh, I got a lightheaded.
I'm telling you, I wasn't playing no games. I'm not playing no pity pat with you. You done left out of here Wednesday and come back Monday talking about, do you want some grits? If you don't got my face with this box of grits.
Oh my goodness.
Look, everybody saw that visual of Martin with them knots. But yeah, it's the top of the hour. If you want to take a little journey into this, he said that's not funny. If you want to take a journey into that trip to jail, we can grace the pericope of it.
Okay. Before you answer this question right here, do you have any? Okay, so because it says, sis, how did you heal from that? Through that. Now, that's a question that's at hand. Now, is there anything you want to put out there? Anything else you want to let the audience know?
You asking questions. I'm the guest.
Ooh, okay. So did the cops ever come back?
Oh, on several occasions.
Did you ever go to jail?
I did go to jail.
For what?
Aggravated assault with a deadly weapon with intent to kill.
So
that was the charge.
So you was about to hit him with tire iron?
No, so you know the blocks of knives that's on the counter, the whole little block, and they got all the different sizes in there.
That wood block?
Yeah, the wood block.
And they got
So the one in there that's the thickest, like the blade is probably about this thick.
Okay.
So he had went away one time on one of those binges, and he came back, and I wasn't talking to him, and he felt like I should be talking to him, and so he just kept walking up. Ooh, you gonna make me? And he just kept doing this. Ooh, you gonna make me? You gonna make me? And I was like, okay, all right, okay. And so he had did it once too many times, and I had smacked him, and then I said, this ain't gonna go good. And I was 6 months pregnant, and I was on total feeding through an IV, and I had an IV of just saline going in, as well as I had an infusion bag that was infusing medication. So I'm rolling 2 IV poles.
Wait. Hold on. Wait, you go ahead.
And so he just, he was just this and that, and I was sick, and the nurse would come to the house every day or every other day, depending on how I felt. If I wanted her there the next day, I'd let her come. But most days I'd spike and start my own IV and all that stuff. So she didn't come every day. But anyways, this wasn't her day to come because she had just came the day before. So I wasn't feeling really well. And I was like, I just need to get somewhere where I can be okay. And so I was trying to call somebody, and he wouldn't allow me to use the phone, and had actually slapped it out of my hand, so it was broken. And so I went in there to the block in the kitchen, and I got the biggest knife, and I went into the bathroom, and I locked myself into the bathroom. And he was talking all of that stuff through the door and saying all of that, and I better come out, and I better not. I was trying to put my phone back together so I could call the police. And I was in there in the bathroom, and for whatever reason, he decided he wanted to be in that too.
Okay. Okay, it is 4 minutes after the top of the hour. We have the this is the segment for Our Lights, and I see that our wonderful co-host with the most, RJ, has started his Our Lights. So I think that's his from the side post saying, okay, let's move on. But what it is that, guys, we're having a deep conversation right now, and we're gonna actually do this again because we do have to move on with the show.
We ain't doing this no more.
I mean,
this was a one and done.
No, for the people that are actually there that would like to come on, and we can talk about all of it. I mean, so just answer quickly. She said, "Sis, how did you heal through that?" Let's end it on that.
So I would say it's a perpetual state. So it's HEALING. It's a perpetual state of healing. Not saying that I'm scarred or battered or anything like that, but it's a mind changing thing. You have to learn restraint. You have to learn. It's just a learned behavior, because I think even after I stopped hitting people, it went from my hands to my mouth. So I can probably assault you a little bit more with my mouth than I can with my hands. But it's a place of knowing who I am. Get that down from there. Knowing who I am and not allowing myself to be in those situations. So the answer to your question is, even prior to my mother passing, I learned to put separation and distance between she and I, because that was where I was being abused. I got a divorce from that Ninjago that was useless and worthless, and have not allowed myself into situations such as that, because I know I've kind of said a lot of this stuff like I was gloating in being able to knock somebody's head. No, that's not what it was. That's just my way of dealing with it. But being able to talk about it without getting emotional, but being able to not put myself in situations that would allow me to get out of character. And the healing has definitely been in being a submitted and surrendered and yielded vessel. Allowing God to lead my mind, allowing God to lead my mouth. Still slip up sometimes. My Holy Spirit a little slow to the draw sometimes, and my mouth still kind of outruns my Holy Ghost. And so being able to seriously let God be my guide and not jump into circumstances or situations that will cause me, that would test my gangster, because my gangster is still there. And so I became a product of my environment in many ways. And so again, those were just highlights of my life. The knit and grit down in the gutter part, the guttermost is where I learned a lot of those things and how to defend myself. So yeah.
All right, and Miss Keisha, hey Keish, she said, when you can talk about it without getting emotional, shows you're a hero. Amen.
Yeah, and sometimes, I even earlier when I was getting teary-eyed, it was because, like the songwriter say, when I look back over my life and I see all the things that God's brought me through, it definitely brings a tear. So not a anger emotion, none of that kind of emotion. And I learned that distance is good for me. Like my baby daddy, on the times that I see him, anybody that's been in my presence when I'm in his presence, I keep distance because I be wanting to reach out and touch.
Amen.
Yes.
Amen. Amen. Shirley said, amen. Thank you for sharing your story, Gangsta Tonka Boo. Think about what I'm realizing about our audience. They know you. They know that you'll be in a serious moment, but just for a while, and then it has to shift. So they follow you. They follow your lead. They know where you are. They know how you stand, and they know that you don't like to be in that place too long. So they come up with some jokes too. So yeah, that's what I love. I love our audience. You got one. This Dr. Lamb.
And nothing is serious for me. That's the thing.
Dr. Lamb. She said, I want to unalive the boy who was beating my daughter. I still do. Dr. Lamb, we're going to have to sit you at the round table and we're going to have a discussion with you. Amen and amen. And right now, guys, you already know what time it is. You know what time it is. 9 minutes after the top of the hour. We did a didactic discussion about breast cancer and domestic violence. But this is the time that I'm going to turn it over to Ms. Yilda after I play this right now.
Do you ever sit and think, I don't like it? This is an opportunity for you to share on this segment of I don't like it.
I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it.
Ms. Yilda, let them know about I don't like it.
I don't like that commercial was too short, and I ain't finished chewing before you put me back on the camera.
All right, y'all. I don't like segment of the show. This is the time that you have your I don't likes that come up on the screen, and we have a plethora of I don't likes from our good friend RJ. And I'm gonna bring him up. I'm waiting for Ms. Yilda to come. Okay, Ms. Yilda, we have a plethora of I don't like some RJ. And we're gonna start with the first one. And he says
RJ I don't like diarrhea.
Woo! He said, I don't like when men want to be scared after they've been exposed to be an abuser.
Yeah.
Amen. I agree. I don't like it either. It's
and most of them men ain't going to fight no man.
Let me tell you about a story. I was in the mall.
There's a story.
I was in the mall. This years ago. I was a teenager. I was still in high school. And I saw this dude beating up this girl. So I don't like to see that, so I interject, and I went over and I pushed him away. Then he swung, and we started fighting. Before I knew it, she jumped on my back. I'm sitting there trying to help you from he busting you in the mouth, and you jumping him. And I was like, security came and everything. Good thing they got cameras in the mall, and they was like, "Ma'am, he was defending you. How you jumping on?" They got kicked out the mall, and they was like, "Bro, I don't know. I'm not gonna tell you don't help people, but that was weird." Everybody was like, "Yo, that's weird." Like,
but that's typical. It happens.
Yeah,
Sonya, that was a long time ago. Sonya, how you mad now? Sonya ready to go to the mall. They not there.
Okay, we got
Sonya finna go take them out right now.
Now. That was high school. And another one from our good friend RJ. He said, I don't like when you've been in the gym for 3 months and look bigger.
As in FATTER bigger.
Yo!
What you eating when you leave the gym? Is the question.
That means you going to the gym, but as soon as you leave that gym, you going to the steakhouse.
Ooh, look.
What?
Teenager, that was not just years ago. Whoo, Sean Lee said that was eons ago. Because you ain't been a teenager in eons. Did I say eons?
Our good friend RJ said, I don't like when the saints want to act saved on the pulpit and be twerking in the streets.
Well, you can twerk in the pulpit now.
Oh, Lord.
They doing it.
They got the
Where
boots
my
on the
light?
ground. They got them knees on the ground.
That ain't twerking. I'm talking about. I'm talking about D hadn't twerk. I mean, go to the next one. Read the next one.
He said, I don't like when your boss act like I care that my PTO request was denied.
You about to be on PTE, paid time eternally, because you out of there. Take that PTO when they ain't approve it. You about to get far.
He like, I don't like it either. Miss Shirley says, I don't like how common DV is. See, they saying, bruh. See, they take them out of initials DV.
Oh,
they don't like how common DV is, and no one really talks about it. That is so true. It is very common. It is, and it's the little things that people fail to look at. But they call them red flags. You just got to pay attention to the red flags, man.
Yeah. And then some of those things that people want to call red flags are not necessarily red flags, but that is like, again, my tolerance for cow dung is it don't exist. I don't tolerate poop from men because of the life that I've lived. And it's like, when I don't like it, I'm finna tell you, I don't say, bruh, hey, I don't like that. That don't feel good. I don't like when you did such and such because that felt like this, and that don't feel good. That and that's the thing. If you set boundaries early in the relationship, and you don't end up tolerating and enduring something that is not good to you or for you.
Exactly.
So, wow, we ain't doing that, bro.
Yep. You got to be straightforward and honest in the beginning, and you won't have no issues. Maybe
we don't do no cracks about fat. And now you're not gonna call me fat, because I was called a fat all kinds of everything before. No, we're not doing that. No.
Right. We don't want. Okay, let's move on, because she's having a flashback. I don't like when they say I'm praying for you, but ain't say a prayer. Just wanted to know your business.
I want you to stop going to church. That's what I want you to do, because all your I don't likes is your church family. You sit in your church family. Just read your Bible at home in the closet.
He got it. RJ is going in. He said, I don't like when the prayer partners at the altar got gingivitis. Bust them in the mouth with a mint. That's what
with a bottle of Listerine.
But just gurgle.
I don't like when I'm doing these assessments on these people and they got to do this. And it's, what is that? Why you got stuff down there and you ain't saw that?
Was it plaque?
Like gobs of it. Look like cottage cheese.
When the last time they been to the dentist?
You ain't even got to go to the dentist. Pick that out with your fingernail. Why is that just sitting there?
They got the what they call it, the water pick.
Water pick and all kinds of stuff.
Your teeth, listen, one thing, they got too much stuff out there for your teeth to be, and your breath to be stinking. I'm just saying, it's too much stuff. You know what I'm saying? Look, I pack an Orbit gum. I mean, I got gum. Gum, mints, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
But I'm talking about that cottage cheese just sitting down.
Okay, let's move on. Get
that out of there. Why
that's gonna make my stomach hurt. They say, I don't like when people give you nicknames and they don't if they don't know you. Who gave you a nickname and they ain't know you?
He's so petty. Chill out, Aura.
Aura.
Chill out, Aura.
You got another one. I don't like when the pastor is married and
Nah. I'm gonna have to disagree with you on that, RJ. I'm gonna have to disagree with you on that. The Lord gave him the ministry. She ain't got to be there every time he there. They ain't her ministry. She married the man. She helping him. She might be helping him from home. It might be laundry day. Yeah. She don't got to go when he go.
Every time the church doors open, she ain't there.
He didn't say every time. She don't have to go every time he go.
Listen, no, she doesn't. But
this is church.
We got RJ. Let us know. Is it every time?
And why is she the first lady anyway? Where did that even come from? That's poo. That's something y'all done called her, and now y'all got expectations of her. Y'all named her that. Now you expecting her to be something that the first one at church. She ain't got to be there. You called her first lady.
You know what? I believe they call her first because of the pastor, and they say first. I don't know where it came from.
It's dumb.
No idea.
Because how you got a one without a two? There ain't no such thing. She just the lady. She's his wife. That's it.
She's his helpmate.
That's what the Bible called her. And y'all around here looking for soulmates. The Bible ain't saying nothing about that. That's why y'all got all these soul ties. Y'all out here tying souls with everybody.
I don't like when a man feels like he can control a woman with his hands and with his words. Wow.
I don't like that you spell M-A-N when you put the rest of that in the sentence, because ain't nothing manly about that.
My Tagari.
They ain't no man.
We got a plethora, man. I got another one. I don't like straightening out my hair and 5 minutes later it's flat in the front and the party in the back. Magic lift, natural hair problems. You know what? Go get a wig. Go get a red and yellow.
Let me
wig.
tell you something. I
played
around in that wig.
No, hold up. I'm talking to Miss Sean Lee from Kansas City. Go out there and get yourself a yellow and red wig and go over there and sit outside and wait for your quarterback to come in and see if you go inside with him. That's what I want you to do. Ain't nobody worried about you and your natural hair. I got natural hair.
If she doesn't, someone will take her place. That is not true. Is you talking about the pastor's wife? If she don't come to church, somebody gonna take her place? Where's that godly?
She said not D-hatting twerking. I'm done.
Yeah, she caught that.
I'm done. Cindy said, I don't like that I walk a mile every day and go home and attack those Oreos. No will. And the thing about Cindy is not, she's not, she don't have a big back like us, like me.
I was about to say, who is us? Whoa, what I told you about that calling people fat?
Hold on. Me.
Who
Well,
you
you always say Big Back Nation, so I figured we was together.
I can talk about myself. You can't talk about me. You talk about your own big back.
Pastor Jay got something to say. I don't like when you come back to work and you have a lot to catch up on. That means you should have been at work. But
instead of running around in
at the Spinner Wars, chilling with your peoples at the Spinner Wars. You were chilling with your peoples at the Spinner Wars. We were chilling at the 9th annual Spinner Wars. Oh, I'm sorry.
Cindy, we ate so much fried fish this past week.
Pastor Jay, if you still here, let them know. I'm sorry.
No advertising. No advertising.
Woo!
That fish. We had some red fish.
The letter that comes out. The letter that comes after I. Double time. Yo,
you're gonna need to call him and get some sponsorship if
we gonna have to. I need to.
Well, don't plug them until you get the money. Show me the money first. Man, but listen, Cindy, you said no willpower. At least you walked.
Nobody had it.
All the walking we did was out the car and into the same restaurant. We went to the same restaurant 3 times.
4.
Don't tell him 4.
4 times.
Listen, it was so bad. Antoine was texting, talking about what y'all eating. Are y'all gonna go to that place? Bring me some fish. I would like some fish. Bring me some. Where'd y'all go? Did y'all eat? Why did his text message have all that tone in it?
Ooh.
And he texts sister with like 12 A's. Did y'all eat fish again? Antoine, stop texting me.
Listen, listen. Okay, I think RJ said I meant every time. The first
lady don't go to church.
Every time. So
it might be some DV going on. You sure won't go to church.
You know what? Hawk said, I don't like rolling like hot.
So, Hawk, I'm going to tell you. Somebody has said that because maybe you was in that wheelchair when you was at the Anderson, you probably was prophesying. And that's probably why.
I'm done with you. Goodbye. RJ said, I don't like when I was bigger, I wore skinny jeans, but now I want everything oversized. That's the new style, RJ. Well, it ain't new. It was something that we were doing back in the days. But now these young ones, they went from skinny jeans. Now they want to wear big jeans.
RJ, last time I saw you, the only thing that was going to be your size was going to be children's place clothes. The kids' little store, because you had got so little and your pockets was touching in the back. So you don't have a choice but to wear oversized clothes because you're Tiny Tim. Love you, RJ. Lorenzo.
I'm done.
I don't like
I don't like hair at the moment. I'm sitting here looking like a 63 cents a day. You can feed this man.
Hawk, ain't nobody cut your hair while you was at the hospital. You was in there like almost a month. And you ain't had no haircut. Child, you about looking like a woolly mammoth. Ain't you bald-headed?
Yes. He was. He got hair now.
You around here looking like Sherman Hensley around the ear perimeter. What is going on? Hawk, go get your hair done, honey. You should have had got the nurse to shave your head.
Something. That's funny. I don't like that. I don't like that Lorenzo said natural hair on head when the only thing natural he got on his chin. Yes, I got. Well, it's some stubbles somewhere. It's shining. It's shining though. Where's your hair, Lorenzo?
I'm looking.
Y'all gonna talk. Y'all gonna stop talking about me.
Lorenzo, I saw a picture of you with hair, and it looked like you had like Eddie Monster hair. It was like way down here.
Yes, my hair grew down here.
And now you ain't got none. Ain't it the difference?
Listen, I had a two head. When I was younger, I had a two head. I have a forehead because
it's all eight now.
I don't like when you driving and your passenger co-pilot not talking to you and you sleepy, and then when you stop blinking,
So first of all, nobody told Lorenzo to let Pastor J sit up and eat all of that food and then say, Pastor J, you gonna drive. Now he over there driving like this. Mom, am I asleep? Mom, you want me to go left, Mom? Mom, you want me to turn right, Mom? I'm like, why is your eyes not blinking? I don't like when you
ain't even blink. Yo, how you don't blink?
I don't like when you sleepy and you the driver. Now you tap dancing on the gas. I've never seen anybody drive like that. Why is this foot doing like this? So we driving like this down the freeway. And then we say, Pastor J, what's going on? Why is you? Oh no, the road got bumps in it. No, your foot got bumps in it.
I'm saying like, why are these cars passing us? Like, and they flying past us.
Yeah, because he was doing 31. and 20 of that was because it was speed from the patent. Because we wasn't going as consistent 10. It was he was tap dancing on. He was Sammy Davis Jr. on the gas pedal.
Oh my goodness. I was like,
Lorenzo, we was knee deep in the conversation. And ain't nobody realized like, what? Why is the car going like this? Why is we went for hours and hours and hours like this. And we was only 8 minutes from the hotel, y'all. It took us 32 minutes.
Oh my goodness.
Because we kept going back and
Oh.
forward, back and I'm
Oh.
like, ooh. We was doing 31. Everybody else was doing 75. We doing 31 on the freeway. Mom, you want me to go straight? Mom, I want to go the other way. Beverly L. McElroy. I love the fellowship with members. Who is Beverly?
Huh? Hold up. Well, you too far there. Hold up. We don't skip none of these. These are funny.
Oh, I don't know where they're at because you got the screen on pause.
Oh Lord, it said I couldn't attend the Spin Awards. I don't like it either, Miss Janice. Last night had you could have attended if you wasn't going to get them blue pills. You could have probably afforded to come down.
I don't like when I post my pictures from the Spin Awards and people comment on them talking about where Miss Janice. Miss Janice don't go everywhere I go. She don't supposed to be in every picture I take. What ain't no flying none. Oof. Miss Janice, you ain't want to see Pastor J. He had hair this weekend. Did you realize that, Lorenzo?
Yeah. Oh yeah. He didn't want to be like me.
Pastor J had hair.
He had hair. He could grow his hair, y'all.
Lorenzo, you ain't got no pictures?
Not up, no. I could find some. Trust me.
What kind of show is this?
First of all, it was on your camera. It was on Antoine camera. It was on Pastor J camera because y'all.
We all have apostolic.
Exactly, you have apostolic phones, and I don't. So y'all was.
And you got that little green demon. Loose here, little green droid. That's a demon. You got to get apostolic faith.
4 times. Oh, I could work with some fried fish, probably flounder. I'm 142 pounds now, up from 118 2 years ago. I gave up. Wait, you was 118 pounds? Lord.
That's a lot of Oreos, Cindy.
I'm glad you're 142.
That's a lot of Oreos. That's almost 20 pounds in 2 years.
He said I was bald when I went in.
And now you got a wool head. And ain't nobody cut your hair while you was in there, Hawk?
There you go. Look. RJ, bald is best. Hashtag bald is best.
mean, people that can't grow hair would say that.
It's shiny because you still oily.
No, he not. The way he ate that fish this weekend.
That fish made me oily.
No, that fish was on the other side of glutton.
No, that fish was on the other side of the mountain. And we
went back in there and got some not asparagus, zucchini.
Ooh, that zook. Like Antoine would say, the zook. And it was nice, thick one. It wasn't that skinny one that they be selling out here. It was the thick. Oh, Antoine would have been mad. Ooh.
That zucchini was so good. And then they had some little crab bites.
Ooh.
Man, let me tell you something. We ate, but the first place that we went to when me and you and Antoine went, that place was good too.
Which one?
The one where the dude left.
The kitchen thing. Yeah. Oh, that.
So we really just went out there to eat.
Yeah, basically. One thing I gotta say about Atlanta, y'all got some hole in the walls, and these hole in the walls are good.
Lorenzo.
Huh?
For the last 2-3 trips you've taken, that's been your testimony.
Praise Jesus, hallelujah. Mm-hmm.
Everywhere that you go, got food.
Listen,
it seems like you just greedy. That's what it sounds like.
See what it is that the Lord said, feed his disciples. Everywhere he went, he had to feed his disciples. So we are the Lord, and we're spreading the good word of the gospel. We have to be fed so we can feed the people. We can't go upon the people if we famished and not up to par of doing what we got to do. Hallelujah.
Child, you just sitting over there making up something to suit your big back.
Yes, okay. Look. Yes, because I was a pastor's wife. Then she should have not married a pastor. I enjoyed being a pastor's wife. The Lord called my husband on to glory. Amen. Hallelujah.
Woman of God, God bless you, but you can't put your convictions on that woman. You love being a pastor's wife. He might not have been a pastor when she married him. You don't know. Don't go putting your convictions on her. That's yours. You be the first lady. She might not have never wanted to be no first lady, but she walking in it because I wear a hub in it. Y'all don't know the story. See, that's what the saints be doing. They just take a little teach and run with it. You don't know the whole details now, woman of God. Now you going on and sing and be the first lady and wear your lap dolly and be right there every Sunday. Because my husband and pastor, I'm not going on Sunday because you said I got to. I ain't doing it. I ain't gonna do it.
I don't.
But woman of God, I see. She said something about she sing. I don't know who that is. God bless you, woman of God, and don't pay me no mind. I'm just talking stuff. Who is woman of God? Beverly. You know who that is?
Beverly Cox.
I don't know Beverly Cox. What you saying, woman of God? Saying something. Let me hear.
She's a well-known old school gospel. I won 3 times McDonald Gospel Fest. I love God people. That's Beverly Cox.
Oh, Beverly Cox, my friend. She said her husband was a crackhead. She my friend. Mine was too, Beverly.
She missed your story.
Yeah. He ain't my husband no more, but he ain't delivered either.
Oh Lord, I'm done.
Who's still selling crack? Anyway,
on that note, I'm done. But yeah, look up Beverly Cox, man. Yeah, she's
Lorenzo, you ain't got no pictures up yet? The people's guard want to see how sharp you was out there on Saturday.
Oh my goodness. Give me a second, people on board.
He probably got a whole flyer. Y'all know how he was last time. Oh no, I didn't want to be nominated. Here's my flyer. Ooh. How you had a whole flyer made in 2 seconds and was ready to post it after you got nominated? But look, y'all, Lorenzo was showed up in 3 categories in the top 5. So we didn't win any Spin Awards this year. It was the Spin Awards was a whole different vibe this year, honestly. But Lorenzo, we did not win anything. But Lorenzo showed up in 3 categories, top 5. See, he had nothing ready, but he had that ready right away. How you managed to get just you up there, Lorenzo?
Because what it was is I was there.
It was a group picture. Where me and Jaylon go? You erased us that quick.
I'm gonna go get that one. Okay.
Nene, there you go. Nene says she want to see some pictures of Lorenzo. Oh, you better show Nene some pictures. Push some more of them up there.
Give me a second.
He got that little green demon phone, so ain't none in his phone. They all in mine.
So why you
why I went through my phone? It was like 15 selfies of you.
Because y'all don't give me your phones. I keep trying to tell y'all people that. I keep trying to tell y'all peoples. Don't give me your phones.
I just got a text message that said diet. I don't know who they talking
me
about.
Too. I got the same thing. I got the same one. I ain't want to say nothing, but yeah. Listen, somebody told me the same thing, so there you go.
I don't do diet.
Everything new, everything new.
Who that?
That's B-Boy.
B-Boy and who?
Some dude.
That wasn't a dude.
Who that was?
You don't know who that was? Ooh, you ain't know who that was?
Look like a dude to me.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I'm putting it back on. I gotta put it back there. Who that?
That's B-Boy.
And
a dude.
That ain't no dude.
Take that down.
I'm done with you. I'm done. Goodbye.
Fantastic. But we had a fantastic time, y'all. Thank y'all for the votes. Thanks for the support. Thanks for the love. Man, it was a whole network of personalities, station owners, artists, man, people that just genuinely love gospel music. So for those of you that don't know what the Spin
on the
Awards
red
is,
carpet, we have Lorenzo, and then we have my sister, Gildan, a 20-something dope woman in radio, coming to the red carpet.
And that's Pastor Jay that's here talking.
The FIYAH Show.
Cindy said that is a dude. Cindy said that is a dude.
Huh?
Cindy said that is a dude.
Oh, I'm done. I'm done.
Cindy,
I'm so done. That is Miss Yielded.
Cindy, I feel a way. Make me feel some type of way.
Ooh. Ooh.
You can't see my phone, Cindy.
Ooh.
She said, "Oh, I'm sorry."
Mikey.
A mess. I'm telling you, Cindy. That's how you feel about me. I don't know how I feel. Lorenzo, go get that from Yielded email.
Yes, ma'am.
I need Cindy to see that that's not a dude. That's ugly, Cindy. Cindy. You said I was a boy. If I were a boy.
Do.
I'm just not a boy, Cindy. That's funny. That is really funny. Cindy say I'm a boy.
That's hilarious.
That is totally hilarious.
That is hilarious.
Sonia, what you covering your face for?
That's hilarious.
She said it was a hat that threw her off. So
really?
So Yielded is known for hats on the red carpet. You want me to tell you? Let me tell you a secret, Cindy, why I wear hats on the red carpet. Number one, because I got a tie. It ain't lazy, it's tied. I got a tie dye. Number two, I'm shy.
Did you just say I'm done? Get off my get off the show. I'm done.
Get off my phone. That's what you want to say. I ain't on your phone. And so, yeah, Miss Jan is telling my secrets. So sometimes I'm an 8-year-old white boy.
Tell me this one.
Yes. So show Cindy the whole outfit. Cindy, that's the whole outfit. So I had my a boy had a big bow in the back. And the boy had on heels. Yeah. The dude had on the bow and the dude had on heels. I sent you another one too.
I know. I'm bringing everything in.
He said not the bow again. Every Drake say, you know what? I want you to have a bow. I really want you to have a bow. Let me tell you something. Everybody was on that bow. They wanted the bow. They wanted to. They made songs about the bow. The bow had its own song. The bow had its own space on the red carpet. The bow had its own chair at the ceremony. The bow was bowing. You hear me?
The bow was bowing for real.
The bow was bowing. Jaylon said, not the bow again. But why did Jaylon say my feathers look like his big mama's couch? My flowers.
He sure did. He sure did. Yes, he did.
He was jealous.
Mm-hmm.
He wanted to wear my flowers.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a Lorenzo and that dude.
Yo,
Cindy, you really thought I was a dude? Cindy,
I'm done. Well, I guess because never mind, I'll be quiet.
You guess because what?
We was in Atlanta.
I cannot. But Lorenzo, so you have to go to my Facebook page and get that video. The one that everybody kept commenting on during the show that kept popping up on my phone. She said, oh my gosh, I didn't even see the shoes and that bow was given for sure. I'm so sorry. Let me tell you something. Cindy, you should know me by now, honey. I ain't bothered by that. I thought it was funny because I did look like a dude standing up there.
You know what? Goodbye.
And I was even told that they thought I tried to purposely dress like a dude. Somebody told me that the other day. I thought you always wanted to dress like a dude so you'll blend in.
Who said that?
I ain't gonna tell you.
Oh, she said, I ain't gonna tell you.
Did you find the video? Because they need to see that video.
Which video are you speaking of?
It's on my page. Everybody was looking at it. I was live, and everybody kept commenting on it. Don't make me go get it, because I will.
I'm on your page, and I
No,
don't.
you're not.
I'm on your. Wait, which page you talking about?
It's on my personal page.
Oh, I don't have access to the personal. Sorry.
Why? You can just go on it. You on your page, ain't you?
Oh, hold up. I forgot your other name.
Oh my God. Bless him, Lord.
Your
Bless
other name.
him.
Everything new, everything new.
Why are you like this? Talking about you don't have access. But listen, y'all, it is 6:44. We've had an amazing time today talking about breast cancer awareness. If you don't take anything away from this show, know your body and make sure that you are informed of what's going on. She said you are girly. I am girly. I don't know why people think.
Which one are you talking about? It's a few.
We done talked about it 50 times already. I done gave you the only description I know how to give you. The one where everybody kept commenting on it, where you kept saying, why is that keep popping up on your phone?
You got a few on here.
Oh, don't worry about it. It was only one that we talked about. That, anyways, don't worry. It's you pretending that you don't know what I'm talking about. We fine. Anyways,
I think you're talking about this one. I think you're talking about the 18-minute one.
It was a live. I was live.
You got a few lives.
I know, but it was only one that we talked about afterwards. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Sean Lee said you are girly.
I'm not bothered by nobody.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just not bothered.
All right, guys, we got a couple of announcements to make as we go and proceed to do what we have to do here. And that's the one I was going to pull up, but I ain't know if that's the one. You got to put music to it.
It won't come. It won't go all the way up.
But you're not doing it right.
Keep them loud, keep bumping, keep jumping, make the Lord feel something. Come on. To the ones, are you with me? To the ones, are you with me?
That ain't the part I want to
Are you with me?
Let's see. Where the one is? I'm trying to find it now. I can't find the part I was looking for.
We are live.
I know it don't make no never mind.
It does make a never mind. We are live.
I can't find the one I was looking for, but don't worry about it.
I can't. Anyway.
Lorenzo, I was trying to find the one where Lorenzo was in there. He was getting down too. Mm-hmm. But yeah,
shoot, that's that gospel.
And then somebody commented on there and said, "Is that Kurt Franklin for real?" They thought you was Kurt Franklin.
Nah, they couldn't do that. They couldn't do that. They didn't. They know I wasn't Kurt Franklin. I'm too big to be Kurt. Anyway, guys, I got a couple of announcements to make out here. You know what I'm saying? We be doing what we got to do out here. Listen. Saved and Silly Comedy Cruise will be November 5th to November 9th, 2026. You got to text the word cruise to 832-598-4679. 832-598-4679. Also, we're going to be having a live tomorrow evening. Tap in, chime in. We got some special things that we're going to announce about this cruise tomorrow night. So when you see us go live, make sure you tune in, and you never know. Something good may happen and come your way. So that's what we're going to have to do. Okay?
It's an info session about the cruise. So it's a Q&A. Yes. You can ask all your questions.
All of
people are asking randomness, and it's like, it's a cruise. It's a boat.
Yes, you're getting on a boat. You're going to be on blue land.
Blue water?
Yeah, that too. Okay, also, guys, listen. December 6th, our girl Yielded will be hosting the Evening of Elegance at the Anderson Center of the Arts. That is December 6th, 2025, at the Anderson Center. Evening of Elegance, a few of my favorite things. Okay? And be there or be square. Get your tickets today. All right.
Kathy Taylor gonna be in the building. V. Michael McKay
Let
is
him.
gonna
I
be
was
in the building.
about to break it down.
Go ahead, break it on down.
Kathy Taylor gonna be in the building. V. Michael McKay and the Gospel Legends gonna be in the building. Dr. Julie Rock is gonna be in the building, and the
Black Santa Claus.
Perry View AME University Choir gonna be in the building, and Black Santa Claus is gonna be in the building, and a few others. But it's gonna be hosted by your girl, you did.
Not the Listen, DJ was out this weekend. Do you hear me? DJ was on it all weekend.
Did he? Ooh, listen. One thing I'm like with the Spin Awards, it's like they're bringing in like the young people, and I love to see that because he said to go into the hedges and the highways and compel me to come. So he's bringing in these young. Yes,
them people weren't young; they just old. They
anyway,
wanted to be young. Did you see that old dude who they put up there talking about the young something his name was? I was like, he's 97.
Who? Which
one dude? He was rapping. He had on the old LL Cool J jacket. Outfit. You know, to warm up. Yeah, don't worry about it. That dude was 100.
I'm done with you. Anyway, I'm talking about the young ones. I'm talking about like the Cole.
None of them people was young.
Listen to what I'm saying. Go with the flow. They bringing in that young inspirational stuff that's sort of bringing the young people. So that's that CHH. They was popping this week, and CHH was all over the building. That's Christian hip hop. They were all over the building. They took over this week.
Them was the ones who couldn't make it in the secular rap game, so now they Christian.
You know what? Get off my phone. Get off my show. Get off your show. Get off. Just go. Just go.
So if you do Christian hip hop, you can be 74.
Oh Lord, I'm done. Hey Essen, how you doing? Look at Essen. Essen, first and foremost, where my picture? She over there posting pictures all over the place with everybody. I ain't see her post a picture with you. Yielded. I'm just saying.
She didn't hang out with us this week.
She ain't hang out with us. I ain't see hubby. I ain't see nobody. I was like, oh, we you know what? We has-beens. They don't hang out with us no more. We in it was-beens. Love you though. Love your Essence. Thank you for being there, man. She took a few pictures. I know she did.
Yeah.
Look at Miss Janice last name Harris. Can y'all go vote for Miss Janice last name Harris? Fabulous. But fabover40.org 2023. Janice CB83 whatever. Go vote for Miss Janice. That's one of our fire nights, y'all. I think Casey is a part of that too. That's another one of our fire nights. Go and vote for them, man. You know what I mean? They fabulous over 40, they fabulous over 70. But I mean, whatever, however they want to put in their sound, you know. I love you too. She said, we did. Don't do me. Yo, one thing about Essence, if y'all look at Essence, she look like she's 12.
You're a mess.
If y'all see her, seriously, if y'all see her in real life, y'all be like, how old are you? She just, man, listen, don't gain no weight, nothing. Anyway, but yeah, it is 8 minutes to the top of the hour. Guys, thank you guys for hanging out with us. We are still here. We got 8 more minutes to go. If you got an hour like, we are in the hour like segment of the show. Also, we all know that, like I said before, we got a lot of things that'll be coming up pretty soon. Also, if you guys, I like to put this up. If you guys want to go and get your body back to where it's supposed to be, please go to Jadal's Total Body Spa. You can call 832-449-8749. That's 832-449-8749. And you will get your body snapped back into where it's supposed to be. Give her a call today. All right. Okay. Anyway, don't forget, listen, go get your Fire Night shirts, your Fire Night fans. It's still available. Go to the link tree. There's the link tree for Yielded, and you can order yours and you can come and pick it up. Amen.
Not you can come pick it up. So
And
listen,
if you
y'all.
go to Amazon, get your renewed a 60-day journey to rebuilding yourself after chaos through scripture and prayer. And that's why she wrote that. And we're waiting for the book to come out. Because if you guys heard the DV that we were talking about today, ooh, y'all can't wait to read this book. All right, bless your heart.
So y'all, I want to share this real quick before I go into my fireplace moment. So you got anything else?
Nope, I am so done. I'm about to leave you guys because I'm about to turn it over to our girl, Miss Shielded. Should I leave now?
No, you can stay for a minute. So this weekend, y'all, my life is going to change. Like,
really? No. We're not going there.
I can't tell them.
Dry your tears first.
Child, ain't nobody crying. Do you hear me?
Yeah. Well, let me tell you this, guys. She be thinking she's so strong until that baby boy. Wait till next Tuesday when we on the show. Let's see how she act then. Go ahead, tell them.
So Monday, well, actually Sunday, my baby boy, Dallas Cowboy Green, is going to go and live with his Uncle Sam. So he's leaving me. On Sunday, he'll go check into the hotel. Y'all know anything about Uncle Sam? They don't let you stay out the night before. They got to make sure you're clean and clear. And so Sunday, he'll go check into the hotel, and he will officially, he's already sworn in, but he will officially enlist in on Monday and leave for basic training on Monday. And so he's not been away from his mama like
ever.
And so yeah, and his mama ain't been away from him. And so, you know, he gonna leave on Monday. I'm probably gonna shed a little tear. I already low-key called Miss Janice and asked her could she come go with me. But
she gonna cry too.
I told her I was gonna give her a doctor's note so she can be off, but she was already off. So
she gonna cry too. That's a prom date, leaving her.
Yeah. So anyway, so Dallas is gonna be gone, y'all, on Monday, and I won't get to see him until like February. So yeah, y'all pray for me. I'm excited, but I'm kind of sad at all at the same time. I'll get over the sadness probably Monday. But yeah, that's where we at. So all is well. So I won't be cooking no crawfish dressing and making no cheesecakes for the holidays. Thank you, Ma. Thank you, Felicia. So I won't be doing none of that this year. I don't have to because they're gonna be gone. So I'm an official empty nester as of Monday. So yeah. So if I show up to y'all house for Thanksgiving with my Tupperware, just give me a little something. Don't worry about it. Yeah, all is well. But anyways, it is 6:56, 4 minutes until the end of the show, the top of the hour. We're super excited to have had this opportunity to share with y'all today. Super excited to be able to share little bitty pieces of my journey and my story. Anything else, Lorenzo?
Nope. I'm gonna say I'll see you guys next week. Same bat channel, same bat channel, same bat station, and same bat time. We'll be here at the Fire Show next Tuesday. I see you, and I'm out of here, and we'll be right back with the fireplace.
Ooh, it's the Fire Show, hosted by you. Turn up the radio if you feel it. We gon'
I don't know why he keeps playing that one. We got another one that has music on it that's just, like somber music that sets the tone. But he's such a program director, and he just play whatever he want to play and do whatever he want to do. But Sean Lee, this is for you, and I think this one is for you because you asked this question, and you asked about healing. So the fireplace moment is healing, and I want to just share with you. Sometimes God doesn't heal us in a flash. He heals us in phases. And the thing that I've learned in the process of healing, in the process of these phases, is that the phases burn away things that we didn't even know were broken until the pure, refined, and ready for purpose person or situation shows up. Healing isn't just about feeling better. It's about becoming whole. It's about taking what's broken us and using it for motivation into the next phase of our life. So I just want to encourage you on tonight not to rush the fire. Whatever fire or fuel place that you find yourself in, let it purify you. Let it teach you. Let it remind you that even in the heat, God is still in control. Being in the fire isn't always punishment. Being in the fire isn't always a painful place. It's a holy preparation. So the word or the scripture that we're going to use for that tonight comes from the book of Job. And if any of you know me, know that Job is one of my favorite characters in the Bible. And I think so because I found myself sitting on the ash pile of life many times and not having who or what I thought would be the help. So again, from the book of Job, he knows the way that I take. When he's tried me, I shall come forth as pure gold. So just remember not to rush the fire, not to rush the process, not to rush through to the phase of healing. But again, let it purify you, let it refine you, let it make you ready for purpose. Because again, at the end of the day, sometimes we don't even realize that it's broken until God reveals to us that it's fixed. Didn't know I lost my peace until I found it again. Amen. And so God is not like man. As soon as we break something, we want to throw it away and get rid of it. But when we're broken, that's when God can use us best. Man's extremity is God's opportunity. So remember that healing comes in phases. Let it refine you, let it purify you, and let it purpose you for the next phase of life. God bless you. I be yielded.
Ooh, it's the Fire Show, hosted by Yielded. Turn up the radio if you feel it. We gon' talk, we gon' laugh and hear music. Whatever you gon' need for your amusement.